You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Frustration gets the better of you and make you do things you should never do. You got to keep the faith, you can't surrender. You never know, tomorrow may be brighter. Behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. As long as you have health and strength, reaching your goal, nothing should prevent. Every time you fall, get up again. Don't sit down there like that and complain. You got to stand up and continue fighting. Don't give up, keep courage, you must win. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Obstacles will get in the way, stumbling blocks to hinder your day, but you can't afford to let them stop you. No matter how hard it is to go through, you got to stand up and continue fighting. Endurance shall win in the ending. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Strong positive mind, negative thoughts, leave them behind. We got to go forward in sure certainty. Let no element humbug that possibility. But if you give up, you have no way of knowing if next day would have brought good tidings. Don't you know, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So don't give up hope now, we gotta keep on trying. Oh Lord, we gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on moving on. Behind every dark cloud, got a heavy load, but we have to hold it straight. Get up and try again, because behind every dark cloud, there's a
get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. We got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own refinery. Black man after people jamming. For black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man after people jamming.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
No audio, no audio. Everything you said, we haven't heard a word. No audio. No audio, Anselm. There's no audio. No audio. There is no audio. Are you hearing me?
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing, good for nothing. Too much a good thing, never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up we PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost their hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring my bell, wake up Eric Williams, tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring my bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks, tell she to cast a spell on we party, cause it's not what it used to be. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. This thing is becoming out of hand. It's time this damn nonsense stop. If you don't sing a PNM song, from Skinner Park you'll be dropped. Calypsonian could have sing what they want. We were the spokesman for the people. Eric Deffy, Chambers Dunphy, when Kamala drunk how she like to pee. Calypsonian, no, that's no way to...
All right, let's try that. Tommy, you hearing me now?
Yeah, now it's better. I didn't hear a word you said earlier.
Okay. I guess what happened, being that I was away for a while, Tommy, my computer rebooted.
Oh.
It restarted, and it just changed all the settings on the computer. So thanks a lot, folks. We are up and running again. So thank you very much for all the calls. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. So Tommy, it's a pleasure to be back. Tommy, I gotta be honest with you. I feel like if I've been away from this program for a month.
Wow.
That's the real I truly feel it. And Tommy, I don't want to start too early, but I read Buddy tell me something about what Aisha said on this program on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I read Buddy tell me that. And I am going to take Aisha Wells to task. I ain't going to call her the red Buddy name, but the red Buddy will spend my right ear, not my left ear, my right ear. And tell me,
right.
The Queen of Talk made some pronouncement here. And Tommy, I was kind of surprised you ain't call me and tell me. You know. I was kind of surprised.
I thought you were listening.
Tommy, you forget I was in a meeting.
Oh, all right. I thought you were sneaking listening.
Yeah, but you know, I've ears and eyes, and they tell me, Aisha Wells, you go call you out today. Yeah. Yes, Tommy. But Tommy, I understand where she was coming from, but I don't understand.
Why don't you understand?
Maybe I overstand, but I didn't understand.
Because understanding is not enough.
No. I don't understand how Aisha Wells could tell the people if she was living in America, she would have voted for Donald Trump.
Well, she reasoned that her son is in military duty, and the belief is that the only way the aggressive behavior that is being displayed now in the military field is going to stop is if he takes power. That's her reasoning. I don't know how valid it is, but we'll have to see.
Tommy, and you fall for that PNM propaganda?
Well, I don't know if it's PNM propaganda, if it's Republican propaganda, if it's MAGA propaganda. I don't know what it is, but
that PNM propaganda, I sure was that come better than that. You know, when the person tell me that, I say, nah, boy, nah. And Tommy, I'm very disappointed in you.
why?
They say, the person tell me, they say, boy, Tommy sit on me and let I say, well, show that over here too, boy, just one. Tommy even get a little comeback and challenge she. You know what I mean?
No, the reason why I ain't challenge her is because I know that she her perspective was very emotional due to the fact that she has skin in the U.S. military game.
So Tommy, we do have skin in the game here in America. You and I do have skin in the game.
Well, not as direct as she does because her son is deployed right now.
Tommy, let me ask you a question, Tommy. When you go in the Army or the Navy or the Marines or the Coast Guard, what do you expect? You expect to go and sit down in your basement for the rest of the time you're in there?
No, occupational hazards are a must.
Eh?
Occupational hazards are a must.
Of course, you can't go in the Army and the Navy and expect to sit down in your basement and watch TV. That's what I was expected. Tommy, man, I was, you know, I say, boy, listen, I understand why she took that position. You know what, Tommy? Since she take that position, most people are saying PNM is the Democrats and UNC is the Republican, right? So therefore, Aisha Wells would have voted for the Republicans. Then she should vote for the UNC. That is my thinking right there. You're quiet, boy.
Well, as far as Aisha is concerned, when it comes to Trinidad, I think she has awakened is the right word. Yeah, I think she's waking up.
You mean she's sleepwalking?
I think she's waking up. I want to say she's waking up because I think she realized that the narrative that and the perspective she held for so long isn't working. Even if it works, it's not gonna pay.
Tommy, I saying this. Aisha Wells sleepwalking. She's sleepwalking. So she be able to get out of that slumber she in. PNM, Democrat, Republican, UNC. Therefore, Aisha Wells should come and tell the people, I gonna support the UNC. You're supporting Donald Trump, fine. Then you have to support the UNC. Caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Wall Street.
Good evening, Caller. How are you?
I'm fine. Wall Street, I had to come in. Why are you attacking Aisha? You remember that is her view. She said if she was in America, she would have voted. She would have voted Trump. And you remember a lot of people would have voted Trump too. You remember everybody, just like in Trinidad, you have PNM supporters and UNC supporters, but there also are people who look at the wide scope of politics. You understand? And what you are saying on Wall Street. So you are a definite UNC, right? You are a UNC supporter. Or you are voting UNC. We are sure of that, right?
Miss Atlanta, anybody but the PNM.
Oh gosh, listen to me. Are you, if election call tomorrow in Trinidad, and you are here, You are in Trinidad. Will you be voting UNC? Definitely.
Miss
You're not
Atlanta,
talking about anybody else.
Miss Atlanta, Miss Atlanta, if it
Mhm.
walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, is that duck, Miss Atlanta?
Are you quacking? Look, quack to me because remember I did ahead, right? I don't know.
Miss-
Okay, I want you to say on this program, I am going to dip my finger for
Miss,
UNC. The
Miss,
same way you say
mm.
Aisha should dip her finger for whatever reason.
But
You should be
all right,
saying,
all right, Miss Atlanta.
Mhm.
If Aisha dips
Mhm.
your finger for the UNC, me and Aisha go dip we finger together. How about that?
No, listen to me. Don't put it on nobody. You are walking in there alone. The place is only made up for you. You only have one voter. No voters are in there. I want you to tell me, but I want you to tell me, Wall Street,
Yes.
please. Tomorrow morning, you see, you have to be realistic. If tomorrow morning, the election, not tomorrow morning, but soon, the election calls in Trinidad. And you know, you say you have to be there. And you are there. Are you walking in and dipping? Why can't you just say it?
Miss
I am a
Atlanta,
UNC
Miss
supporter.
Atlanta, you're very
Yes.
intelligent. You're intelligent. I am telling you, there's two parties, political parties in Trinidad and Tobago that most people will vote for. It's either the PNM or the UNC. Come next election, I'm not supporting the PNM. Who are supporting?
Excuse me, we don't know what happen next election, right? We don't know who will be there. Are you? But we know UNC will be there. Are you voting for UNC?
I'm not supporting the PNM.
So why? But you want? But how you're speaking about Aisha that she has to vote what?
No, because
She has to vote.
listen, she come out, she exposed herself. She come out and says she's supporting Trump, and most
No,
people
no, 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 no,
she
no.
says she's voting for
No,
Trump.
no, 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 no. She said if she was in America, she would have voted Trump.
So you
Really
see,
talking about right? She would have voted Trump because she would have been living in America with an American. What is happening in America and what you feel in America, you're not a Trinidadian voting in America. She said if she was in America, she would have voted Trump.
Miss Atlanta, Miss Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
you're spinning wrongly,
But
Savannah.
you're
No.
trying to bring it down like because she said that.
Yes.
Therefore, she has to vote. She should be a UNC
Yes.
voter.
Yes.
She said, but
Yes. You don't agree with that?
No, of course not. The only person is only a nonsensical person who wouldn't have voted for Trump. Who couldn't see the cards outlined? If you
Wait. Nonsensical?
vote for Trump.
Are you saying
Yes.
Aisha is nonsensical? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I said, and not everybody knows the only person you could vote for in America is Trump. Who you vote for, Harris?
Yeah.
The grinning. What? Excuse me. You see how? Anyway.
All right.
I'm not going there, but
let me take this next call.
I would have voted for Trump, and I agree with anybody who voted for Trump.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah. Right. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, you're done. That's not what we first had. I'm going to tell me best afternoon. Best afternoon, Wall Street.
Yeah.
Same.
Wall Street, you dance Miss Atlanta all around Bally's house. All around Bally's house dance to that question. I like it. But Wall Street, I warn you about Aisha Wells all the time.
Yeah,
you doesn't
but
take my word. When Uncle Tommy, when I don't know here, Uncle Tommy does have, Aisha does have Uncle Tommy eating all she has.
Yeah, boy.
I that already Wall Street.
I surprised Tommy in challenge.
Yeah.
I shocked when the person tell me. I say, wait. I say, oh Tommy go allow that boy.
My daughter Wall Street. My daughter. I said that already. He doesn't listen to me. I realize he doesn't listen to me. I said there's someone Aisha come here, she's really programmed.
Yeah. I realize that now. I didn't realize that. But after Thursday,
my uncle told me she daughter in her.
Oh, after Thursday?
Yeah, I said it a long time.
If she get Tommy macaroni salad. Yeah, go ahead.
What I call it for, right?
Yeah.
I want to congratulate the opposition to me publicly for that response to that PNM. We call it goggly gog.
What? The what?
The googly gog, let's call it googly gog.
Googly gog, yeah, googly gog, yeah.
Right. I want to challenge the opposition publicly today for that response from Mr. David Lee on that garbage the PNM should have put in the public. His response was, that is a distraction to distract the people away from the main issues going on in Trinidad and Tobago right now. And it's also a slap in the face to the public servants who they want to give 4%.
Yeah.
And today I want to ask you to give the opposition a round of applause, please.
Yeah, man, let me do that.
And thanks.
Yeah, man.
Please, and I have one more thing before I go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wall Street, do you think that is the end of Mrs. Davies' political career?
Yeah. Cancel Christmas.
For that pronouncement she made?
Yeah, cancel Christmas. It's over for she. She done.
It's over for her?
Yeah. She going.
You want to give her a call today?
Yeah, I'll call she. I'll call she.
Give her a call, Wall Street.
Yeah, I'll call she.
On.
Yeah, man. This is for the opposition. Here we go. Back, KFC.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy, man.
Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon.
And Aisha. Well, Mr. Washington said, I looked up into the program late. Aisha said she supported Donald Trump.
Yeah, she said she supported
Donald Trump.
Yeah. A shock. A surprise.
Well,
boy.
Well, I'm going to come to the UNC, but she come up and say she's supporting UNC.
Correct.
Because we Donald Trump supporters, you know?
Yep. If you supporting Trump, right, and they say them is Republican and the UNC is Republican, then Aisha Wells has to support the UNC. As a matter of fact, I want to get Aisha Wells a call too. Ask some calls to make it.
She come out and tell you what technically she use science, you know. She's supporting UNC, but she just use Trump now.
Yeah. And KFC, you know what's sad about? And although Tommy's my real partner, she run Tommy wrong bodies their house there. That's what she do to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Tommy, you don't want to go hard at you. If you want to see it, you want to go hard at you.
Yeah, she put on her tutu on Tommy. She put on her ballerina socks. She put on her ballerina sunglasses. And she
what's the going to MP Saddam Hussein? Because I think Cream Marshall, no, he tell her Cream Marshall will be a better MP than you.
But everybody know that.
The parliament. But Junior Davy, not Junior Davy, what Junior Davy has a big snake.
She gone through. She gone through. She gone through. Sorry. Junior Davy gone through.
But I didn't the case she Christmas done.
Cancel Christmas for she.
Yeah,
okay, she a call.
Yeah,
man. Brooklyn call back. Carnage call back. Yeah. Tommy.
Yeah, but Brooklyn is a Trump supporter, and he has always been. I said Brooklyn.
Well, Brooklyn supporting UNC. I could understand that. There's a correlation, Tommy. I could understand Brooklyn supporting Trump and he's supporting UNC.
Yeah, but I should give up on the PNM.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
They don't even try to come at my sister like that because I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
My sister have a way.
And
when Uncle Tommy, if he was younger, he would not fall into the trance. But she have a when you're looking, she eyes.
Yeah.
What you to do enough.
Yeah, she good enough.
Tommy get catch. Uncle Tommy, they know the secret is not to watching she eyes. But I ain't come here to work against she know what she because I come here to tell you, seeing that you supported Kamala Harris, you who can't answer the question who you voting for in Trinidad and Tobago was you were still a PNM. And anytime Dr. Rowley stepped down, you full suit red up again from your shoes to your jockey shorts, to your hat, to your vest, to everything. You're getting a whole suit. You're getting one of them suits from like in the 80s. You know, like Isley Brothers suit, all red Wall Street. The car you're driving gonna be red. because you supported Kamala Harris, and you still, because you supported the Democrat here, you are a PNM in Trinidad. So don't come for Aisha alone and say she PNM still. I listening to all you, and I listening how you dance around
Miss Atlanta.
Miss Atlanta there. You was all around the PNM house on a bicycle. All around the PNM house on a bicycle. You saw you just run? You was riding faster. And I listening to that, and I said, look how Miss Atlanta catch him. Look how she catch him. Because you just waiting for Rowley to disappear to continue supporting the PNM. So the Ballinger juice is still in your vein, Wall Street. We, as the supporters of your show, because they're coming from Uncle Tommy, you know, but I listening. We, as the supporters of your show, Wall Street, before the elections in Trinidad and Tobago, want to hear you say, because it's either you're going to lose or no. Just like here, you voted for Kamala, you lose. We want to know that you're supporting the right party come 2025 election in Trinidad and Tobago. You said that you are going to support the United National Congress, Wall Street. We waited to hear you say it, and only then you can get away. So only don't come for my sister, you know, because my sister may not vote. I don't think she voted UNC, you know, because she too only waiting for Rowley to move, because whoever come there go fix you up nice, you know, because she never turned she back on them, you know. We know that. But what you say you turn your back on them, you say you throw them down in the latrine, but you're still seeing you know Wall Street. You seeing you know. Be careful. Before 2025, we want you to say you are, and we don't hear you supporting any other party. You have to tell us you Wall Street support the United National Congress. Go on.
Yeah, man. Brooklyn. I don't know, like the red earplugs fall out from Gordon Joseph's ears, and some of it end up in your ears. I don't know. It end up in your. You have to end up in your ears, Brooklyn. Let me repeat again. In the next election in Trinidad and Tobago, there are two political parties who can win the election. It's either the PNM or the UNC. Let me take this one. Mr. Karanaj, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Talking. Good afternoon, Mr. Wall Street.
Good afternoon.
I will just carry on the topic about Aisha and her support for the PNM, as the gentleman rightly said. So I can see, if you are supporting a political party in America, that you have to follow suit in Trinidad and go the opposite way, because PNM was on the Democrat side. But let me touch a little bit on Aisha. So what this gentleman, Mr. Atlanta, what is that, Mr. Let's just speak there.
Mr. Brooklyn.
Stating that Aisha, he make a statement that Aisha is just waiting for the Prime Minister to step down. We move and she will be back there with open arms. Again, this is really the mindset of Trinidad and Tobago. They are not about country, you know. If you are talking on Aisha's behalf, and you can't talk on Aisha's behalf, he just making his comment what he think, right?
Yeah.
And for what his statement is made, what he is bringing out in the general public, I understand his gesture. But again, if people really want a better Trinidad and Tobago, no matter who you move from the PNM and replace them, it will still be the same. We have to get rid of the entire PNM. Must never see governance in this country again for a long while, right? So Aisha and them figure moving around, they were going, and again is another country for them, and it's a party. They don't really care what's going on, you know. All they want to know is the beat of the drum. They ain't dancing the beat of the drum now, because whoever political follow they have. But again, where this country will reach, if it's that is the views of the caller just now, where the country will reach. And Marcel, you move Marcel and you move hands and you put Marcel, is the same thing, nothing changed. We have to get rid of the PNM. You don't need to see the PNM again.
Caller, I agree with you. Time for them to sit down on the bench. Let them sit down on the bench for a little bit. Go and sit down on the bench.
So I can't understand what guys supposed to be making this positive contribution to come and defend Aisha. But if Rolly Movement, they need to, we mustn't see piano again, right? For better training to be able to lock on and listening and the topic change within the future. I want to talk a big trumpet because I'll call back in earlier. I don't know to touch on that.
Yeah, man. Bless.
I'm about country. I know about the piano. And who is best to run this country, I will support them.
Yeah, man. Correct is right. So, yeah. You see, Brooklyn, you man exposed, yeah? He exposed you. Fully exposed now, Brooklyn. You're exposed. Because you trying to defend, all understand you trying to defend Aisha. You leave Aisha. Aisha could defend herself, you know. She could, and listen, let me tell all you something, eh? And I know if Tommy want to take this warning, but all you, Aisha is experienced in this thing, eh? Experience, eh? You understand? She's been there, done that. All you notice, Aisha haven't denounced the PNM, you know. I denounced the PNM. Aisha haven't done that, you know. You understand? No, she haven't done that. So Brooklyn, you gotta kind of refine your thinking there. And Tommy, you know, Tommy, you my partner, and I not going where Brooklyn went. But I just know sometimes, Tommy, that I should just kind of create a web now. She have a web, you know what I mean? And you gotta be careful with that web, Tommy. All right, I just trying to give you a little instructions, you know.
One thing I'm good at is listening, and I listen well.
Yeah.
And I listen well.
No, we understand that. But you see,
and her perspective, I come to realize, is because of, like I said, the skin she has in the game puts her in a different place.
But Tommy, we are skin in the game too, you know. We are skin in the game. So we do are skin in the game?
They can't draft Malcolm.
No. Tommy, you in here, Trump talking about denaturalization?
Yeah, the talk is cheap.
With Trump? Talk is cheap?
Talk is cheap.
And you know, the sad thing that, no, think about this, Tommy. Let me say, Aisha comes here now, and she decides to live in the United States of America. She could be part of that too, you know. You know that? But anyway, folks, after the breaker, we go try to get some people in here so we could get some answers. Rather than we trying to figure out for ourselves. We go try to get some answers from Aisha Wells. We go try to get some answers. Let me try Julia Davy right now. Let me see if she go pick up the phone. You know, Tommy, them doesn't when they see my number, they ain't picking up that phone, you know.
Well, she has nothing to lose.
But she done lost everything already. I wonder if she in church, Tommy.
Anything.
You know the pastor wrong my number, you know, Tommy.
Maybe you should use my number.
Yeah. That's what you should have do. So, folks, we're trying to call Julia Davy. Them PNM people don't tell Sherry, hey, watch yourself, you know. What's she trying to call you? No answer. Oh, you know what I want to call, Tommy? I want to call a fellow named Victor Roberts.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in Victor Roberts. Brooklyn, let me say this, eh? Brooklyn are disappointed in Victor Roberts for Victor Roberts to get exposed like that. For them to use Victor Roberts like that. I'm disappointed. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
Nah, but Victor Roberts is a man say some dread things about the East-West corridor and thing. He talk about how children in the East-West corridor don't see under the and wearing a yellow jersey and expect the East-West corridor to get UNC support. But he was talking some crazy thing. I even said it when Aisha was on radio for she to play the things and talk about all kind of thing about the people in the East-West corridor. So Victor Roberts stories are kind of loose cannon, that kind of thing.
A little red, but he tell me he was on the pastor of the internet search engine program.
Yeah, he was there too. He was with Pastor Google. Yes, he was there.
Nah, Brooklyn.
Pastor Google suspended. He gets Pastor Google suspended for 2 weeks for not having him to, like, he's like how UNC paid to come on the show, and Pastor Google was acting as if was nuzzling him then. He not letting him speak the way he want to speak, and then he get, Pastor Google was home for 2 weeks, and Pastor Google was making live video on Facebook saying that nobody can tell him how to talk on his own personal thing, and all kind of craziness was going on. Victor Roberts was a loose cannon.
I don't call it
shit.
Yeah.
I like how Carnage come and talk about Aisha, and he talk about you. Carnage, we see you too. We see you, Carnage. You come and talk all kind of thing about Aisha, but you say nothing about Wall Street, and Wall Street carrying the same flag. Wall Street riding on the same ship that you say that you want a better Trinidad and Tobago, but Wall Street is on the same flag because Wall Street keeps saying that he support. We don't want to hear no support. We want to hear you say you're voting for the United National Congress. I could say in American support anybody to be sure that your vote will count Wall Street. So don't come Carnage and talk about Aisha, not Wall Street. We watching Aisha move from all since 2016, all before 2015, supporting the PNM. She read at me. We know where Aisha stands. At the end of the day, she may be upset now, and that's why I use the remark, once Rowley move, she may continue as a PNM because I don't think I shall have vote UNC yet. So that is why I make that statement. I'm not defending she under that. I telling you every day, Aisha business in the public, So me lying on she. But what I'm saying is, Carnage, you said nothing about Wall Street. We want to hear what you have to say, but we want Wall Street to say it as it is. We know Uncle Tommy up here, and we never hear Uncle Tommy say he in UNC no support neither, but you hear Uncle Tommy. But Wall Street say he done with them. You understand? So this is what I talked about.
Yeah, man.
Carnage.
Bless.
I gone.
Yeah. Caller, welcome. Caller, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller. How are you?
To the bus in the village.
No, they Sunday talk. Let's talk politics. Sunday talk.
Yeah, well, it's a village. It's a village.
Oh, all right.
With a whole set of people.
Yeah, cool.
They have a bus moving through, trying to see how much passengers they could pick up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You driving the bus?
You have a driver.
Use the driver.
Assistant driver.
Use the driver, right?
Yeah.
You driving that bus?
He know about hill and things.
Okay.
He know about hill, so they allow him to drive the bus. Tommy there to assist whenever. Sometimes Tommy does show him that, hey, I think you should stop and let me off here, Stop and let me off here. When you come back wrong. Our partner used to work taxi in Laventil. Then he tell me, it have passengers he pick up in town, Port of Spain. And sometimes when you go certain places, you have to drop them out here, go down so and drop your 1 or 2 passengers, and when you come back up, then pick up these to carry them where they're supposed to go, Yeah. But I listened today, and what I am glad about is what I have been saying as he come to pass. People who agree to ride in the bus, people who you could say is well body partners, support him, no matter what stupidness he come with or what good thing come with. You understand? I hear they figure him out today. They take a long rod and they move the hat that was hanging very low over the forehead, and they're able to see right through his eyes. So he could never say, I am not sure. I will have to check back. But I'm feeling like if I was the very first person to ask that question, Miss Atlanta, the very first person to ask that question, do you support the UNC? And boy, the first time I see a man run the whole Queen's Park Savannah backwards. Yeah? The first time I see a man stand up on his both index finger. I know you could do it with your palm and so on. This man do it with his index. You talk about dance and flip. I don't know how come he ain't pull no muscle and thing. And look, up to today, he still can't say. He said there's 2 parties, and if I support that one, then say it now. I say I support PNM with the good things that they do. I support the PNM with all the good things that they do. I could say that, and plenty other people. I hear that people who say, I am UNC die hard. I have no problem with that. Everybody like who they like, and all of us don't have the same wife. All people don't, all women don't have the same husband. So you have your choice. That's no problem. What is ugly is when people trying to tell you that wife you had ain't good, that wife you had ain't ugly, and this time the wife doing something that if they only get to know about it. So I'm glad today they were able to take the rod, move the hat, and see right through his eyes, because you could see it, you know. If Mr. Rowley moved from there, Brooklyn, you get it right. If he moved from there, you making joke, is building and other things involved here. You understand? They're jumping right back there. You understand? So I really appreciate how things open. What do your people are say? Mouth open and Tory jump out. If PNM win next year, please God, if they have election next year and PNM win, you understand? He could always say, I never tell you that I go in and vote for UNC. Or I never, you who say that, I tell you that anybody but PNM and all them kind of do-to-ishness. Let the show go on. Let more story come out. Thank you.
To me, you know,
Yes.
it is sad. It is sad when them fellas in them, they're just trying to find a needle in a stay hard. That's what I say. I hear stuck. I hear stuck. Yeah, trying to find a needle in a. No, I go say a stay hack. They're trying to find a needle in a stay hack. I go stay with that. They're trying to find a needle. Let me repeat. It doesn't matter if is Rowley brother, his sister, his uncle. It could be 5 cents, 2 cents. Anybody? Let me repeat. Anybody but the PNM getting my support. And there's two parties. Two. PNM and UNC. And it's not the PNM. Caller, Mr. Carnage, welcome.
Yeah, Brooklyn called out, so I just want to touch on Mr. Tommy this evening. Right? And if Mr. Tommy is doing the same as Aisha, right? All I could say, you know, like if his mother's still alive, you like your mother, you like your father, you like your great grandmother, your grandfather, you like your children, right? To be supporting a PNM initiative that if the head of the PNM move, that things will change, right? I just move around in the East-West corridor, and there's one song you sing, they're singing, right, about this PNM administration, right? We know PNM is not the solution for this country right now. And I don't think, and I know I'll get chastised this evening, I don't, PNM is the problem. UNC can never be the solution right now. But UNC had the perfect opportunity in 2010 to change its direction of politics under the Faizabad Accord, under the coalition government. But again, if you Victor Roberts getting on, what is nothing new? It's the same way the UNC get on with the people partnership, saying David and Abdullah and them, they didn't get this and they didn't get that and everything. But David is a man with integrity, right? I don't know why you just on the peer. So if have other political parties giving the contribution to this country, you know, they might be small in numbers, but their advice is welcome too. Why you do change the status quo?
But Mr. Carnage,
why don't have David on the show?
But Mr. Carnage, let me ask you a question.
Michaela, I don't know if you ever had them, right?
Yeah. We had all of them.
Backward and forward PNM and UNC. Ask Aisha when David, she interviewed David on Paul 1 or 2. Maybe she, but they know like she wasn't informed. She been accustomed to one thing over and over and over. We need to revolution this mind, you know.
Caller, Mr. Carnage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. And we have to go for the break in a minute.
Yeah.
Mr. Carnage.
Yeah.
You really believe that any one of them small parties could upset either the PNM or the UNC in a 2025 election?
No, it's numbers game. But if they have different parties in parliament, it will bring a different discourse for the population of Trinidad and Tobago. I know MSJ or them are a small party, but if they could get in and be part of the
how they go get in?
It will make a better for Trinidad and
Mr.
Tobago.
Carnage.
You disagree or agree?
Mr. Carnage, how they go get in? That is the problem. How they go get in? They can't get in at this point without the PNM or the UNC. It just
so And it's a political appointees?
Yeah, but that's independent. What Mr. Carnage?
That is independent?
Yeah, we had to go.
Yeah.
We had to go for the break. Call me back right after the break, all right?
All right, okay.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Bless.
Okay,
Bless.
no
Yeah,
problem.
man. Yeah, cool. So, folks, we got to take that break. It's on the talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Warshid, and you. You know, of course, folks, you can reach us here at 973-868. Tommy, the number working?
Yes, it is.
All right, 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509.
We're going for the break, folks. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
So we are back with you. Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Warshid, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. TNT time and 12 to 3 p.m. USA time. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. Point Fortin, welcome.
Warshid, you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Pleasant good evening to you, your co-host Uncle Tommy, and Trinidad and Tobago and the world. Watch out, Warshid. Let me say this. I talking from me. I just supported the PNM in 2010. You understand?
Yeah.
When Kamala did come and win. And when I see the kind of development take place in her 5 years, I say, what? No. I say, but this woman do a lot in her 5 years. So I say, you know what, in 2015, I mean, I give this woman my support because when I see the kind of development, the kind of program put in place by Kamala and the people partnership towards the people at Trinidad and Tobago, the same thing what Guyana doing right now for the Guyana president doing right now for the people of Guyana, Kamala did that same thing, right? Watch it send you a video on YouTube, right? Before say what I want to say considering that video, I will just get a little thing. How much airport we have in Trinidad? Not a big. How much airport we have in Trinidad?
They say we have one major airport, but they say they have a next airport. They have a next airport somewhere. That's why I hear. But we have one major airport.
In Cuba, we have Camden. Yeah.
Right. We have a next one somewhere.
In Cuba, we have Camden Field.
Right.
Right. So I send you a video. Please, I want to play it because black people was benefiting underneath Kamala when she was prime minister. The video I send you will prove everything why I just said it. Please, I want to share because today in 2024 was shit. We could have 2 airports in Trinidad. So Trinidad and Tobago will have 3 airports. So that video I just sent you, please, I want to share. For all the PNM supporters who say UNC and Kamala and them don't like black people, play that video and they will see everything which is telling you here today concerning we were supposed to have 3 airports in Trinidad and Tobago. Locked on this.
Yeah, man. No. But listen to this, Mr. Point 14, they can't say that, because the facts don't lie. They can't say that. Here's why they cannot say that.
We have a call coming in. Let's take this call. WZYE, you're live.
Hi, Uncle Tommy. How you doing? Good evening to you. Good evening to the entire network. Good evening to Wall Street. And I'm calling Wall Street phone. I'm calling Uncle Tommy phone. Uncle Tommy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Aisha, and thank you for calling.
Well, when I tell you, I hear my ears ringing. I lie down here, my ears ringing whole afternoon. I say, but something wrong. Why my ears ringing like that? only to turn on my airwaves, Uncle Tommy, and hear Wall Street cussing me like a drunken sailor on a Friday. Wall Street, you good? You feeling all right?
Tommy, you see, Tommy, she called your phone. She called that. You see, Tommy, I'm telling you, she good. She real good. She's a boss. She's a boss.
Wall Street, how are you doing? And how can I assist you on this blessed Sunday? How are you going?
Aisha Wells, I am splendiferous, tremendiferous, marvelous, fantastic, and spectacular. But Aisha Wells, I have to be honest with you. I was very surprised when I read Buddy tell me. They say, Wall Street, Aisha Wells, if she was living in America, she would have support Trump. I said, well, let's surely hear that, right? And Tommy ain't say nothing. They say, Tommy just said, I ain't say nothing. Tommy just let you run with that. But they said, Aisha Wells. And Aisha Wells just prove her point, yeah? You call Tommy, you call the phone over by Tommy. Before you call the phone, you call the other phone. But that is all right. Defend yourself.
Well, let me say this, Wall Street. First of all, you know very well no red birdie ain't calling you. Nobody on the red party does answer your call. So let me stop you in your tracks right there. Better you tell me is a yellow birdie call you, we would believe you. You see like how you dance around the entire Empire State Building when Mr. Atlanta asks you who you're going and support? You see like how you do that dance? Listen now, you break dance, you know. Matter of fact, you even break dance Wall Street, you limbo, you know. You're limbo under that question. You see like how I brave enough to say I would have supported Trump if I was in the United States of America. And I gave my reason why. And in my opinion, my reason was justified. You've up to today, and let me say good evening to God Maloney. Up to today, you cannot tell me if you're supporting the Yellow Party, Wall Street. So I'm going to ask you again. Wall Street, good evening to you. Hope you're having an awesome day. But if an election is called tomorrow, who are you voting for?
The UNC.
Well, all right. That wasn't hard to say. But why you was dancing all the time?
No, nobody in dancing. Look. I tell you, but Aisha Wells, listen, it is simple, you know. If there are two Aisha Wells, let me ask you a question. If the election is to call tomorrow, who you voting for? Aisha Wells?
Wall Street say you're breaking up. What did you ask me?
Tommy,
I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Wall Street, you're coming and you're going.
If the election called tomorrow, who she voting for? Tommy, can you answer that question?
Aisha, he wants to know if...
Yes, Uncle Tommy.
Wall Street wants to know if an election is called tomorrow in Trinidad and Tobago, who you gonna vote for?
I might be voting for myself, you know. Who knows? I might be entering into the ring, but I would leave it there for now. I might be voting for myself. So I can tell you that.
Tommy, Tommy, please don't let Aisha get away with that. Please, Tommy, I'll let you run the conversation.
That you asked my question and I answered. Uncle Tommy, please. Did I not answer his question?
Tommy, you let Aisha get away with that?
We know there are two political parties, main political parties.
Right, but if I am entering the ring as an independent, am I not entitled to vote for myself?
Yes, that's in your yes, that.
So why is that so hard for the professor to understand?
No, but at the same time, for prime minister, for the prime ministerial position,
who she supporting?
Who would you support?
Thanks, Tommy.
Okay, so let me see if I could get this straight. Yeah. Whoever vote I give to, I am voting really for the candidate and not necessarily for the prime minister. Oh, God. Because my vote will add up with several other votes and then choose a prime minister, correct?
Correct.
Well, all right, so Professor, what you want from me, Professor?
No, Aisha Wells, no. You ain't getting away with that, Aisha Wells. Aisha Wells, if you vote for a candidate, first of all, if you're voting for independent, cancel Christmas. Right? Secondly.
Right, but if I'm running in the ring as an independent, I want to vote for myself, correct?
All right. Aisha Wells, you're voting for yourself. All right? Aisha Wells, which party would you support, the PNM or the UNC in our 2025 election?
But I just tell you, I supported myself as an independent.
Tommy, you see? Do so like so, you know.
I feel you and Mova Defender linemen together, you know. You and Mova Defender singing from the same hymn book. Every time I turn around, it's you and Mova Defender in my backside.
No, I
But I
defending.
just called this in the afternoon. I am locked on and listening. And to tell you that a little birdie called me to tell me you're cussing me like a drunken sailor on a Friday. And I say I had to get in to find out what did I do, the goodly professor, to warrant such an attack.
Caller, hold on.
But I locked on and listening. Bye, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
Good day, Aisha. Thanks for
You
calling.
see? You let she run. You let she run. She get wait. Come here. You go let she get it. Caller, welcome. Caller. Hold on, All right.
I'm a registered independent in the United States, and I.
Caller, welcome. Hold on, Tommy. Caller, welcome. Yeah.
What? You hear me clear?
Loud and clear.
Uncle Tommy, you hear me?
Claro, like Rio.
Nice. What should they see why this could be coming here and gang also for this young lady?
Yeah.
You see what this young lady now do you there?
Yeah. No, she did Tommy. Tommy should do that because she called on Tommy.
I was watching the TV screen when Uncle Tommy answered that phone. And the smile Uncle Tommy had on his face
Is that set up? That's set up.
It says it all.
Yeah. She called Tommy ahead of time. She called it.
Well, shit. This is very serious. And this is dangerous. We need to pull Uncle Tommy away from my shop.
You know, Mova Defender, I have to tell you, be honest with you, I see Tommy pick up his phone before, you know. But I thought he was talking to one of his family members or something. Next thing I hear, next thing I hear, let me take this call over here.
But listen on a serious note. Oh shit, you see why I don't take the apology? You see why when I get my tear gas Wall Street? You see why I don't take this young lady apology?
Mova Defender, listen now. She danced wrong Bali's house. She put on she tutu. She put on she ballerina socks. She put on she Bali's sunglasses. She Bali's eye drops. Right? She Bali's contact lens and she danced wrong Bali's house. But when she finished, she gone in the tennis court, tranquility tennis court and play tennis. Oh God.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. I can never ease up. She's so Brooklyn, I'm ease me up, you know. Brooklyn and Brooklyn and Kunja, them. I said, leave me alone, boy.
Yeah.
I was nothing, boy.
Yeah.
I said, I pay them to she blood.
Yeah, boy. You read at me, boy.
You hustle to my watch, boy.
Yeah.
But you run, she like a dog from Bali's house, you know.
Yeah. And she trying to make the excuse.
Well, shit, I can never forget this one. The hire she to do the PNM sports in Toko.
Yeah.
The social media officer. She was the representative for social media. She interviewed everybody. When Dr. Rowley come in, Dr. Rowley can have an interview. He turned around Wall Street and watch and shoot.
And gone.
And walk off.
Yeah.
She delete her live on Facebook, you know.
Yeah. Aisha, put back up the live. Put back up the live, Aisha. Put it back up.
And it's just still coming to there and spinning.
Yeah.
But what she saw, bro? Well, I want to say this event again. Kudos to the UNC for that response to the Salary Review Commission.
Yeah.
I want to thank them again. But before I go Wall Street, Paul went back home Wall Street, right? But Sharon Felix not accepted him. So she cussed him. She had him to hang on Friday morning. All I was only saying is good. It's good. It's good for Paul. Enjoy the evening, Wall Street. Uncle Tommy, come back home. Uncle Tommy, come back home.
Come back home for the carnival. Mr. Atlanta, call back.
I'll be there. I'll be most present, my brother.
Tommy.
But I want to say something. Aisha did not call me before. It's a family member that did call me before. But she doesn't have She
Let's
doesn't
take this one. Let's take this one. Miss Atlanta, welcome.
I don't. Wall Street.
Hi, Miss Atlanta.
Wall Street.
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead.
Let me congratulate you
Yeah.
on your stain in your finger.
But Miss Atlanta, you too intelligent.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I am in Dempsey class here today. Okay?
All right.
I admire how you said you and see.
But Miss Atlanta, you listening to this program for a long time. I don't know how to read, write, and spell for you. Very intelligent person.
Yes, but it's not me you're talking to. It's the whole of Trinidad and
Yeah,
Tobago.
but they want me to read, write, and spell for them. Listen to this. Listen to this. For example, they talk about black people under the UNC. Kamala Prasad Besessa reduced the amount of black people living below the poverty line from 19.8% to 17.3%. If she get another 5 years, right? We might have only about 10% today, and things would have been better. Crime would have been better. So many things would have been better. I bring that to the forefront.
Of course, I know that.
Yes, so how people go? Go ahead.
But you see, you remember everybody have their own mind. You remember everybody. But you are a good speaker, right? And I like you to say it. Some people like to hear it, even if they know they want to hear it. And it was good and nice. Okay?
All right. Let me take this call. Thank you. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Good afternoon, Uncle Tommy at Wall Street. First of all, I have a beef to pick with you because you say that there's only two major parties that are able to make a tilt in terms of forming the next government. But you have to remember here what the margins of those two seats are very close, yeah? And there's a party in Tobago that definitely, one way or the other, might determine who will become.
You are correct. JB, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. You are 100% correct. I stand corrected.
Trinidad and Tobago. So you can't do so and kick out the TTP because
Yeah.
it's very close. Yeah. And anything happens, so the TTP might have a form of correlation with whoever, so you can't really kick
You
out
pull them up. You pull them up. Full
Tobago.
100. I'll get a round of applause for that.
It's a small big party, yeah. Next thing I have to remember too. I mean, I wasn't expecting Miss Wells to actually claim who she's going to vote for her allegiance, but I was kind of disappointed because even I too remember when I was in good graces with the PNM. I got pulled up for being a bit too friendly with Miss Aisha Wells by a prominent senior member of the party who is now a former senator. I remember very well when I got that phone call. So I had to concur with Kunji when they said about Dr. Rowley and Miss Wells have that kind of like a warm relationship. I mean, I don't expect her to say anything different, but the reality is Mr. Rowley, I want to in the party right now. I mean, somebody else had to come and take over the party for Aisha to be so active in the party. But once Dr. Rowley there, Aisha will have no place in that party. I'm being honest with you. Later.
Yeah, man. Bless. All right. Tommy, let me give JB a wrong. I stand corrected. It is PNM UNC and TPP. What says you, Tommy? You agree or disagree?
I agree that TPP is going to be the kingmaker.
Correct, right. So, and that's what it is about, That's what it is about, right? So I fully agree with you, JB. KFC, welcome. KFC long like he washing clothes, boy. Yeah, loud and clear.
Wall Street is burn down the bush. It's a political party. And they come out and say supporting the UNC. But Aisha West can't say that.
She can't say the boy.
For the pen of Aisha, we get victimized, dread. They've been listening to the program about her, and I'm listening now.
I know they're listening. I know. But KFC, you understand? Yeah. She trying to pick up Brooklyn side. Hey, who you voting for? Hey, when I ask you the question now, hear the excuse now. Well, I are independent. Okay, who you supporting then? Aisha Wells, who you supporting? are independent. Tommy, wait, hold on, KFC. Tommy, you're independent too, right?
Yeah, but I know who I support.
Correct. There we go. Even Tommy, eh?
She's an independent pianist. She can't come and play. So she's supporting you.
Wait. You know, KFC. That's a point, you know. She's an independent PNM. That's a good point.
Nobody finance say, well, when my Paul was only costing the PNM.
Costing the PNM.
I started sitting about about chance because they start talk shows and things.
Yep.
Like you went behind closed doors and you went behind closed doors and bend down and get everything. Like calling Chancellor's program Friday and Chancellor put me in the place and tell me to apologize to the whole PNM family. The thing they say about me, that's when I accept me back in the PNM camp. I sure don't want to go through that, you know. I sure don't want to spend a good Christmas. I love listening.
Yeah. Boy, Tommy, I'm sorry, Tommy, but I didn't come here to expose Aisha Wells today. I'm being honest. I didn't come here.
You're doing what you have to do.
Go ahead, Tommy.
I say you're doing what you have to do.
Yeah,
You know?
she exposed herself. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Well, Chief,
Yeah.
I know nobody friend that was listening to my last contribution because I make it clear I know exactly what's going on with Aisha.
Brooklyn, you come to defend Aisha. Aisha couldn't answer the question, man.
What shit?
Why you defending she?
No, this contribution different. I want you to hear this.
All right, okay.
Just how you say what she does do to Tommy. She just make it work on you, Wall Street.
Oh.
Wall Street, Aisha will just make you answer a question with me, Miss Atlanta, Bon Jovi.
But I answered that question already. But I answered the question already. I answered it.
Wall Street, this is the first time in the history of this program you ever admit that you, if election for tomorrow, you voted for the United National Congress. This is the first time you ever say. You always say, I would support any other party.
Brooklyn.
Lying on you, I'm telling you.
Brooklyn, haven't I always said? Brooklyn.
Bring back a tape where you said that before Wall Street.
Brooklyn. No, it's not no tape. It's not no tape. Brooklyn, haven't I always said there is two parties in Trinidad? There's the TPP and Tobago.
Wall Street, you always say that, yes.
But let me finish.
You never say you, Wall Street, will support the United. And Aisha just
have I said I would support the PNM?
Wall Street, you fall in the trap. Wall Street, you're the stop for Uncle Tommy, but you just fall for Aisha trap.
Okay,
Wall Street, you can catch it, you know. That's why I like her. She's so deadly. She like a needle. She just choke you and just ball out.
I don't watch
That's
she.
what happened to you just now.
All right.
Uncle Tommy, Wall Street take the bait because he answered fast.
All right.
He said, if the election comes tomorrow, he voted for the United National Congress. And my case is closed. I'm happy to know that, and I'm happy to know that I'm supporting you, Wall Street, that one change to Trinidad and Tobago. That's all I'm saying now.
All right.
All right? But
yeah, man.
She catch you.
Right.
I don't understand why you say catch you. Like how she here looking when she was on 91.9. You like the gesture on Wall Street. You're blaming Tommy, but you get
right. Tommy, you see all this propaganda. I Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I see that you have you on the walls there, Uncle T.
Yeah.
I see you going back to your neutral your neutral corner.
Uncle T.
You're just observing now.
Uncle T like the referee, boy.
You know when an intellectual black woman mesmerize them fellas and you know what's going, right?
I know exactly.
Well, it looked like a got shot this evening, bro.
No, wait it is. I was just fed up of trying to get people to understand what I was saying without having to say it. Let me put it that way.
All right, I follow you know.
Yeah.
But you know, the beauty about it, that make a man come out and confess this evening.
Who was that?
I mean, Mr. Maloney come out and confess this evening.
Yeah,
Early time and
yeah,
ask him that
boy.
same question, he that beat around the bush.
Yeah, correct, Mr. Intellectual. Yeah. He confessed.
So he jump out his skin now and say that we either support the PNM
Oh, God.
because they have good measures.
Yeah, you hear that? Correct, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
So costing in parliament is good measures.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Excellent measures.
4% for workers is good measures.
26% black people
You
living below the
understand?
poverty line is good measures. Yeah.
Them getting 50% on their salary, that's good measure.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? Close down Petrotrin, that's good measure.
Good measure.
That's what I'm for vote for.
Correct.
Crime at its highest, he happy with that.
Yep.
You know why?
Measure.
Making them money. You understand? Them happy with them kind of thing. Once them could make money, they make care about nothing else, you know. So once they feeding off the trough, then don't care nothing.
They're good to go.
You see how easy it is. People that sell themselves out all the time. He denying that they I for country. I for country.
But if for PNM now.
Yeah, but he's a PNM support.
If for country, but if for PNM. Imagine that. Eh? And this is the man who always talk about the Bible, Mr. Intellectual. Eh? He gets his own self lying, you know.
That's the most hypocritical thing a man could ever do. Is lie. Well, because that come like you're lying on God, you know.
Why?
You say you love God so much, you don't keep the commandments because you're lying.
Yeah.
To start with. You break one, you break all. You understand? So here what is the position? His position is them have good policy. So he does vote for PNM.
Yeah.
What is the good policy that PNM ever put out that anybody could vote for?
Free schools,
Anybody
free
could tell
schools.
me?
Free schools. PNM get people free school. Free school. They get free schooling.
Why that money does come out of my pocket?
Correct
What
is
free school
right.
you talking about?
Yeah.
The little child who was crying when UNC come in power. That oh God, they go close the gate. Who shut it? Who reduce it? Who are them little black children and I'm not able to go to university? It's the UNC. Eh? You see, these are the kind of things that these fellas and them so hypocritical with themselves. Right? That they will come and talk this kind of thing outside here and then want to point the finger at everybody else.
Correct.
How we could understand that? How that could be for country first?
Correct.
Tell me, how that is country first?
Let me take this next call here. Thanks, Mr. Intellectual.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Bless. COP. COP.
Wall Street, Uncle Tony. Tony, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, country.
Uncle Tony. Hey, boy, that mail callers and real sarcastic today, boy.
COP.
Mova defender, good afternoon to you, Mova
COP.
defender.
COP.
And Brooklyn, 10 out of 10.
COP. We girl get exposed today, boy. She get exposed. I was sad. Seriously.
Well, I think everybody get exposed in tiptoeing, and this program sometimes you get exposed in tiptoeing. Uncle Tommy tiptoe already. I tiptoe already.
This is the
If
tiptoe
Aisha was
program.
not a tiptoe, she tiptoe too now. Let me be fair. Let me be fair with everybody there. But
we get Gordon Joseph tiptoeing. Wait, COP. We have Gordon Joseph tiptoeing. But the man, he not tiptoe alone, you know. He was balizaing, you know. That's a new dance, you know. The man balizaing, boy.
I agree. You see, when the ball is in, you just be tiptoeing, but whenever you tiptoeing and your heel still getting wetter, that he ball is in, so he heel was still getting wetter.
Oh God.
What's street? Aisha was just not up here, Aisha was saying the other day when you ask she, if she get the opportunity to go under the PNM in Laventille, she said no. She said that she don't think that the PNM have the right vision. So that is clearly no support But otherwise, on other program I hear and she applauding the UNC side and applauding the UNC for the way how they're doing the work as opposition, highlighting everything. I believe in June, July, that question when I just asked you, in July, actually, that question, Aisha, where should your part, who you supporting? The UNC or the PNM? You go here, she say, you see me, my yellow jersey, or you can imagine seeing the whole Alavante with Aisha Wells, everybody yellow, Trinidad and Tobago, and listeners all over the world, the whole Alavante yellow.
COP.
And actually that question in
COP.
July.
COP. I feel you talk to Aisha Wells before you make this call. I feel so.
No, you could see that Aisha Wells saying she's supporting the UNC now and the PNM. I don't think that is a smart choice. I don't think that is a smart choice. This is an independent person. Right now, she's not speaking on behalf of the UNC, or she's not speaking on behalf of the PNM. Aisha Wells saying from she's independent.
COP.
And if she's supporting politics now, she's speaking against the UN, the PNM. And if she had to speak against the UN, she should speak against the UNC.
COP, you just talk about tiptoeing. You tiptoeing around UNC complex now.
You tell me I tiptoeing now.
Yeah.
I tiptoeing now.
The same thing you just talking about. You tiptoeing around UNC complex, COP. Come on, man.
Yeah, you tell it.
You.
Uncle Tony.
Oi.
You didn't take up the phone. Nobody didn't call you just now. Nobody didn't call you just now, and then they take up the phone and Aisha Wells was over there.
Yeah, nobody else been called by Uncle Tommy so far. Nobody else. Right? One person called by him, Aisha Wells. Eh?
No, it was not Aisha Wells, it was the family member. Well, it was a family member call him.
Or the family member call him first.
Yeah. It was a family member. That's a family member call. So that's the thing. Or they have a nice day. Wall Street, you come out fiery today. You decide to ask Aisha Wells question.
Yeah.
The only thing sad about the interview, she's not supposed to run out and go.
She gone.
You're supposed to stay.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say bye-bye and go.
She bust it.
Call she back.
Yeah, man.
Call she back. Let she answer.
Yeah, man.
Call she that to
Call her welcome. Call her see the video, eh?
Well, sure.
I'll put it up, yeah.
I learn you know, and I learn Trinidad and Tobago know how serious I am. It are two types of people. There are people who just walk on their toes, and there are people who just walk on their feet. Flat out. I just walk flat out. Play the video that people see how serious this thing is.
Yeah, I go play
the video.
I go play.
Play it. I want people to see. UNC wasn't making joke, but was for the people. Black people was benefiting. Play the video, watch it.
Yeah, I go play it. Getting it up now. Yeah, let me get this video here. Let me see if I can get it. You want me to play this video? Yeah, let me get it. Boy, there's only one set of tiptoeing today, boy. All right, here it is. All right, all you. Point 14 won this video here, boy. Tommy, boy. He won this too bad, Tommy. I'm going to play it for him, eh?
Can't
Point 14 look like he's a serious man. Serious man. Look at here. So, folks, this is the video of Point 14 talking about, eh? Only listen to it. I didn't think I ever see this one before, but we get it here. All right, take a listen to this, folks.
Cuba, long known for its expanses of land, once used in the sugarcane industry, and more recently as a hub of activity with the adjacent industrial estate, has once again been selected to be a center point for new industry. In Trinidad and Tobago, aviation has always attracted great interest. In May 2012, a memorandum of understanding was signed to ensure that both the aviation training and aviation practice would materialize in Trinidad and Tobago.
The goal and mission of this aviation campus is to provide industry-relevant and responsive aviation training using state-of-the-art learning spaces, technology, and partnership relationships.
In January 2014, Cabinet approved 20 acres of land in Couva for the establishment of a UTT aviation campus. Envisioned to be a leading center for training in this field, the geographic area was carefully selected as the campus would share the company of other key stakeholders in the aviation industry. Work began in earnest on March 10, 2014, and keeping to a tightly set schedule, one of the largest hangars in the Caribbean began to rise from the lands once used for industrial sugarcane farming. Lifted along with these steel beams were the dreams and aspirations of many in the realization of a center of aviation training within our shores.
I always knew that I wanted to get into it, but I always thought that it wasn't something that would have been possible for me. So when this came out, I just knew that I prefer to wait and get into this.
It sort of benefits everybody because you're able to train them right here in Trinidad. Then you are able to employ them within to benefit your own country to develop Trinidad and Tobago. So I think everything just goes hand in hand and beautiful.
The Civil Aviation Authority, the Trinidad and Tobago Civil Aviation Authority, has donated the 727-200 freighter airplane that was given to them or donated to them by FedEx. The National Helicopter Services Limited, another stakeholder partner, has donated a Sikorsky S-76A++ helicopter, and the Trinidad and Tobago Air Guard has donated a Cessna 310 airplane.
Acquiring these aircraft was only the first part of the challenge. The other was moving the flagship Boeing 727 from the Piarco Airport to the Camden Airstrip in Couva. While construction moved apace at the new site, UTT and their partners on this groundbreaking project combed over every detail of the flight from Piarco to Camden, as together with a consortium of partners, UTT would make history in the landing of this aircraft at the new airstrip, to be the largest aircraft ever to touch down in Couva. Finally, after years of dreaming and months of preparation, the day came to make history in the local and regional aviation industry by landing the Boeing 727 aircraft at the airstrip at Camden, Couva. With planning underway and safety a priority, various agencies worked together to have the airstrip ready for the aircraft's arrival and housing at its newly constructed hangar.
My 611 press clearance.
Taking off from Piarco at exactly 8:55 a.m., the crew skillfully flew over closed airspace for this historic event, ensuring the safe flight and arrival of the aircraft at its new home. As anticipation grew on the ground and curious bystanders gathered, the aircraft slowly became visible to the anxious crowd. After moments of anxious anticipation, history was made at 9:16 a.m. with the safe landing of the Boeing 727 aircraft at the Camden Airstrip, now to be named the UTT Aviation Campus.
We just started waving the flags. It was really, really exciting. And when they did the flyby, oh my gosh, I was like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do.
With much fanfare, the aircraft's arrival was celebrated as the UTT Aviation Campus welcomed the flagship aircraft to its new home.
For UTT and our teachers or lecturers and so on, they have definitely prepared us with more than enough information. And it's definitely a field that I can see myself staying in.
The establishment of the UTT Aviation Campus heralds a new era in addressing the skills gap currently present in the aviation industry and stands as a testimony of the commitment by UTT to entrepreneurial education.
Hey, Tommy boy, Tommy, you knew about that?
I knew Camden Airfield because I work nearby.
I don't know about that, Tommy boy. Well, is it still in existence?
Of course. Camden Airfield is where most of the offshore workers in the area get transportation to and from the rigs, the oil rigs, and gas rigs or whatever do they have out in the
Oh,
ocean.
okay. I don't know about that, boy. Mr. Point 14, welcome.
They closed down that school. The PNM today, Rowley and them closed it down. Guys, why wait to play that video for them for the whole world to see. The PNM and any kid Christopher Lucifer Rowley closed down that school. That is why your unemployment rate high today. Nocturne and listening.
Yeah. Tommy, and let me say this, eh? There is a school in Florida called Embry-Riddle. It's a school where you could go and learn to fly plane, right? I don't know if this was something similar what they were going to do there, right? But I know people from Trinidad who send their kids to Embry-Riddle in Florida to learn to fly planes. You understand? So that idea was an innovative idea. That's what we call innovation. Let me take this call. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Hanson. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening to all the callers of Burning Live. Yeah, Mr. Tommy, correct. That is where you used to take the helicopter to go offshore. But the school, I know about that school, I know, and the guy now said the school closed down. Man, no vision. If PNM really closed down that school, that PNM had no vision. But anyhow, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy, Mr. Hanson, you see what people who live in Trinidad concentrating on you, who you voting for? And people who that Aisha was living in Trinidad and she can't tell you who she voting for. She's an independent. Yeah. And she can never say where she going to vote for UNC. You see, that is the problem right there. The same one says that PNM will always be a PNM no matter what they do to people. And it's sad. You have to spend your money to come to Trinidad to vote and they concentrate on who you voted for. You could vote for whoever you do in your party right now. You exposing all the wrongdoing of this wrongly doing this Trinidad and Tobago. And the rest of the cabinet members in PNM. What more they want from you? They want you to hear who you're going to vote for? And people who live in Trinidad can't give you a straight answer.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be independent. You see how Trinidad going?
Yeah, but I don't know. Hey, Mr. Florida, don't they have a Waffle House in Tobago? I mean, in Tobago, in Florida? A Waffle House?
Yeah. We have plenty of Waffle House down there.
Aisha went to the Waffle House. She went to the
No,
Waffle
no,
House. Yeah.
Let me change that from the Waffle House to IHOP.
No, or she hop.
Because they only hop in, so we go call it IHOP. Every time you ask that question, it is we hop in, so we call it
IHOP. Yeah. You only hop in. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Anselm, Mr. Tommy, if we continue going how we going here, the dollar gonna get the value, you know. And if this dollar in Trinidad the value and our US become 12 to 1 and 16 to 1.
Cancel Christmas.
I'm sorry for all minimum workers in Trinidad.
Cancel Christmas. It's over in Trinidad and Tobago without for the dollar get the value.
But that's what I'm saying, and people still tiptoeing and people can't give a straight answer. Even if you vote for UNC now for this to get rid of this rowdy government, afterwards you could go back and vote PNM. But you knowing for yourself right now, this PNM government is not pushing Trinidad forward. All the Caribbean countries moving forward, except Trinidad now. And we was the powerhouse at the beginning of time. And after all this said and done, people still tune and can't say, here what, we're going to get rid of the PNM and we go vote UNC, and then we will go back and vote PNM after. We just get rid of this government. Look on this level.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that kind of talk, Tommy, I hear you and that independent talk. They see that independent talk in Trinidad?
Maybe the independent flag is
yeah. Tommy, you see that independent talk, Tommy, in Trinidad and Tobago?
Listen, you could be independent and choose who you want to. You know? Yeah, you can be an independent, not belonging to any particular party, but election time you choose who you think has the best policy and is the best option.
Okay.
See, that's what it is.
Wait, Tommy. How that making much sense though? All right. So you
No, and so you wouldn't be stuck with PNM or UNC. If UNC seem to have better policy, you go with the UNC.
so to me, even though PNM suffered the people for 9 years, and all on a sudden they come with a different set of policy to fool you again. You mean you could go back and vote for them? That's what you're saying?
No, that is not logical. That's not logical.
So but you're saying whoever had the good policy, if the PNM come, all right, the PNM come and tell you, all right, let me take this call. Go ahead, Mr. Florida.
Yeah, forget one little part. All right. All the PNM supporters and them who really stopping all that right now and putting a stop on all that. Be logical and think correct. Vote him out. Get rid of him. They had new leader coming PNM and then they'll go back in and they'll get we had to get after the next 5 years. Is that logical thinking? If we're only stopping all that right now as the leader of the PNM, get rid of him. And they had new leader coming and then you could get what you want. Look on this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so to me, let me get back to this, right? Let me say that this evil and wicked PNM suffering people peacefully, right? Suffering them peacefully. And all of a sudden, the PNM comes now and tell you, well, listen, we go raise pension, right? We go give all that $2,000 boat grant, right? We go improve healthcare. You mean people should go and vote for them if they think they are the best policies? But hold on, let me take this call. Hold on. KFC, welcome.
Suffering them peacefully.
KFC.
Mr. Washit.
Yeah.
Majority of the people who say they're independent, them are die-hearted PNM, you know. Them that's waiting to have good policy to come out and go and vote the PNM, you know.
So that is what Aisha trying to do.
Yeah, should using this independent PNM.
Yeah.
It's like next year when the PNM said among the platform and said let's do this and then go do that. They go fall for that. Forget all the suffering for the 9-10 years.
Forget that. They go
and
forget
come
that.
back and vote the PNM.
Okay.
So all those independent fire burn all of them.
Yeah.
Because right now it's not two political parties. You move us to get rid of this evil, wicked, atlas PNM worship. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
And you say you come out the Waffle House, man, and you say supporting the PNM, so you leave that to rest there. Because it's two political parties. Because two political parties are that cause it. And Donald Trump, you're supporting Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump running the United States of America now. So you have to live with that. Not so?
Correct is right. You have to live with that.
And life moves on.
Yep.
Yeah. So you don't see you support them. Your boy uncle told me, yeah, and Aisha was two sycophant PNM. I love PNM like hog love man. I love to listen. I got.
Unfortunately, that's not true.
Tommy, go ahead, Tommy. Defend yourself, Tommy. Defend yourself.
No, I am logical as I can be. And I know for sure that you cannot keep putting the same party into power and expect things to really get better. You need a balance in order to get an advancement as a nation. Because to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results is insanity.
Mr. Atlanta, welcome. Mr. Atlanta.
Hi, Wall Street.
Hi.
And Tommy don't have to defend himself. I think he's a man listen to everybody. Listen to. Wall Street. If you grow up as an independent person in your constituency, right? And people vote for you, which is you, Wall Street, right? You personally. And people vote for you. And if you win your seat, if you win there, you will be a member of parliament. So you'll be your own member of parliament. You'll have a voice in the parliament. But Trinidad doesn't support as any other independent person.
Miss Atlanta, we have to be honest. We have to be honest. We have to be honest.
What is that?
I said we have to be honest. The political landscape in Trinidad is not for independence.
Right.
Because if Aisha Wells, for example, is going to go up as an independent, all Aisha Wells will be doing is taking away votes from the PNM. Why is it?
Right. Right.
That ain't making no sense.
Right. But what I'm telling you, if a person goes up in his constituency and he wins, right? I'm just saying it will be another voice in the parliament.
No, but Miss Atlanta, that is like a mirage. You know?
Yeah, doing Trinidad. But remember, that guy went up, his name was Errol Fabian. I voted for Errol Fabian. I mean, according to you, it was a mirage, but
it's a mirage. How much vote he get? No, we have to be honest.
But I thought it was good. I thought it was good because some people go from independent and get 2 votes. Their mother, not in their family, because they get 3 votes. Their whole family is 3 people.
Miss Atlanta,
you understand?
the
But I
political.
understand what you're talking about. People will vote so. But I'm just telling you. You know, it will be another voice in the parliament. Not an independent. Independent that just follow the ruling party.
No. Yeah, there are people who are right. There are independent senators who are appointed. Right.
Right. Those are they are not independent. They are not independent. If they are not independent, they are political appointees. So they're really not independent. They're just not only they're supposed to represent not PNM and not UNC or whoever they are, right? Whoever is in parliament. But they don't vote independently. They all of them listen and say the same thing. Yeah. You know?
Miss Atlanta, listen to this, eh? At the end of the day, you gotta get rid of this evil, wicked RPNM government. All of them.
Yes,
all of them. All of them. All of them. All of them.
And even when they get even if you get rid of them, they'll be sitting down in parliament opposite you.
Well, let them sit down in opposition. As I said, let them sit down on the bench.
Right, but they'll be in the opposition.
Let them sit down on the bench. Yeah, let them see what it's like to sit down on the bench. Let them sit down on the bench.
So you forget 33.
No,
you forget 33.
No, I could never forget that because Lavantil West voted for the PNM.
Here is now one thing PNM could do is sit down, you know. They sat very cool and nice, right through. There were 33 of them, you know, don't forget 33, and it only had 3.
Well, let them sit down again. Let them sit down on the bench again.
Well, right.
We put them on the bench. Yeah.
But they're accustomed to that.
Yeah, let me sit down on the bench. All right.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, man, thanks. So, folks, listen to this one before we go for the break. Listen to this. And the Prime Minister Rowley, said I've already came out and make a statement saying that I don't want no pay increase. But only remember the Prime Minister Rowley said he like money to sleep out. Only remember that?
True.
You remember that? We go play that too for you. Prime Minister Rowley tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I don't like my money to stay out. I want my money. Yes. That fella said that. Just like how he said he wasn't closing on Petrochin. He said, I like my money to sleep out. Only listen to this. Listen.
Now, it was only in February of this year the Salaries Review Commission recommended a massive pay increase for the Prime Minister from his current $59,680 per month to $80,000 per month for the period October 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2023, as well as small upward adjustments in base salaries for members of Parliament and the President. But that was never approved, and Cabinet sent back the 117th SRC report to the organization earlier this year, saying it was unacceptable. But now we have the newly minted 120th SRC report, and in this latest document, the SRC explained that certain office holders had expressed concerns with the former report, with some of them being that recommended compensation for certain positions may have been lower than current values, and also there was a lack of consultation. And the new report actually recommends higher increases with effect from October 1st, 2023, across the board compared to the last recommendation. And this also includes the Chief Justice. There's also a suggested pay bump for the Commissioner of Police. Starting with the head of government, the SRC is recommending that the Prime Minister's new monthly salary should be $87,847, moving up from its previous suggestion of $80,000 for the 3-year period 2020 to 2023. And that excludes his many allowances and benefits. Meanwhile, the opposition leader was not left out. The SRC recommended that salary now increase to $52,159, again upward movement from its previous recommendation of $47,500 for the period 2020 to 2023. Currently, she earns a base salary of $29,590. The President of the Republic can also see her salary increase to $81,170, moving up from the 117th report's recommendation of $73,920 between 2020 and 2023. As of right now, the President earns $64,270. Meanwhile, the SRC also suggested that the cabinet members get around an extra $5,000 more from their previous suggestion, moving their wages to $52,159 from the period October 1st, 2023 onwards. Currently, they earn $41,030 per month. And while the Chief Justice and other judges were left out of the last salary review, they were not this time around. The SRC is now proposing the Chief Justice's new salary move to $60,919. There are proposals for increases for appeal court judges, puisne judges, and even magistrates. Ivor Archie currently earns a base salary of $50,350. There's also a suggestion from the SRC for the Commissioner of Police's salary to be increased as well. The report proposes that monthly salary climb to $43,155 from the $39,300 as previously proposed for the 3-year period. Presently, the police commissioner earns $31,080. Now, it's important to note that this is merely a recommendation from the SRC and will need cabinet approval. Therefore, the ball is now in the finance minister's court, who ultimately will let the cabinet know if the state can fund these increases. The remuneration packages for parliamentarians have not been adjusted since 2013. Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
Yep.
Hold on. I told my lawyer to tell the parliament, I want my money. I don't like my money to sleep out. I want my money.
I'd like my money, please. That's the call from the PM, who wants parliamentary authorities to pay him for the time he was suspended from the lower house.
To other news, the Prime Minister says that many public sector workers could be jobless, and the government could soon have the difficult choice of paying them the arrears they're owed or not to save their bread and butter.
They're coming outside the Prime Minister's office every week and they're shouting at me in case I have it in my pocket to give them. Well, let me tell them tonight, many of you who enjoy that back pay, who's shouting for that back pay, you may get the back pay and lose your job.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
I want my money. Many of you, you may get the back pay and lose your job. Tonight, many of you who enjoy that back pay, who's shouting for that back pay, you may get the back pay and lose your job. Tonight, many of you who enjoy that back pay, who's shouting for that back pay, you may get the back pay and lose your job. I want my money. I want my money.
See that? Man wants his money. Folks, we're going to go for a quick break. And when we come back, we have a phone call to make. We had to call this person, We had to call this person because I was very disappointed to see this person on a certain radio program. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you. We'll be right back. Don't go.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509.
You can also send your voice notes and text. And don't forget, share the live on WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. Tommy, I'll make a call here, see if I can get this person here. I'm gonna try back this person here and see what happens. Let me see. I hope she. Let me take this call. KFC.
Mr. Washington, I've got to refer me that phone to call I use Canon man and see it. But Mr. Washington, Dr. say you want is more money.
Yeah, I want my money.
You're not sleeping out. I want to see you going over that one. And people that take 4%.
Yep.
And so I get the money.
Yep.
So it's what causing the crime.
Yeah. Correct.
I doctor, I say make your call now.
Yeah, man. Bless. To me, I think I should send you that number for you to call from that phone, boy. All right, let's try this other one. So, folks, Victoria. Victor Robert, don't say anything. You are live on WZYE 95.9 FM here in New York and New Jersey. On the talk, let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsheet. How are you?
I'm fine.
Victor Roberts.
Yes, sir.
You know who this is, right?
Yes, of course.
So, Victor Roberts, I have received some phone calls from people, and we're getting straight to it, right? That they were very disappointed in you, in that you went on a program earlier last week, and those are the same people on that program who used to be saying all kind of thing about Victor Roberts, dragging a coffin around Trinidad, and this and that and the other. And you went into the bowels of the beast, Victor, the bowels of the beast, the PNM beast, to do an interview. What says Victor Roberts?
Well, I says nothing. You see, the truth in any situation remains the truth. And while people may look at PNM and UNC and whatever, I look at good governance, and I look at doing my part in order to see good governance come about. And I will talk to anybody. It matters not whether people classify it as a PNM station or a UNC station or what have you. I will talk to anybody
about any given situation that affects this country.
Victor, I'm asking, right? Have you gone on any other radio programs and discussed the same thing?
I was on CNC3. I was on one or two other persons take interview just like that radio station.
No, but don't about radio station though. Any other radio station?
Pardon?
Any other radio station that you went on and do interviews?
Well, it's not a matter I went on. It's a matter of a call. I didn't go anywhere. It's a phone call.
Okay,
and I have given several people, several stations, the said interview.
But Victor, you don't think it was a kind of thing where is that, you know, when you was doing it against the PNM, they were saying all kind of thing about you. These same people. And now, because Victor, we have interviewed you here previously when you were pro UNC. You understand? And people were thinking that I personally was anti UNC. You understand? And we interviewed a lot of UNC people here, right? It's not like the PNM people didn't come, but back then I don't think they wanted to interview you. But all of a sudden now, it seemed like if you are against the UNC, they want an interview from you. You find that kind of strange?
Well, I am a member of the UNC despite what people feel, think, or say. I am a legitimate member of the UNC. And if you are to go back and check my profile, you will see that I speak out against any ills in every party, whether it be PNM, whether it be UNC, it doesn't matter to me. You see, people tend to make this whole scenario a PNM UNC thing. But as far as Victor Roberts, as far as I am concerned, this is a people's thing, and transparency and integrity must be across the board, whether it be UNC in government, PNM in government, or whoever is in government. So it matters not to me what station is PNM or what station is UNC. The same discourse that I had with on I think it's what 91.9 is the same discourse I will have with anybody. It matters not to me.
No, but I'm just saying, Victor, right? So think about this, Victor. That radio station, have they ever called you in the past to do an interview?
Yes, they have.
On which program? On which program, if you remember?
I was on two programs. One program I was on, after that program, Pastor Google was suspended, and I'm sure everybody's aware of that.
Right.
And I had another interview with them sometime. I think I'm not sure. I think was Wayne Roberts and somebody else was on the program. I think it was what this lady name again, boy?
One on the morning. Julia Davy?
I can't remember.
Julia Davy?
Huh?
Julia Davy?
Julia Davy. Yeah, okay. Julia Davy.
Yeah.
And I went on there and I deal with situations. And you see, what the point I am getting at with me is that it matters not what radio station. Once the truth is out there, that's my prerogative in this whole thing.
So you are still full 100% supporter of the UNC.
I am still 100% a member of the UNC.
Supporter.
Well, you see, I am a member of the UNC. There is things that I would support in the UNC, and there is things that I would not support in the UNC. So I don't know what percentage you will give me by what I just said. There is things I will support in the UNC and things that I will not support in the UNC. And that has been my position from ever since. When I was an independent candidate, UNC, PNM, everybody say what they had to say about me. And here I am a member of the UNC. So the issue is people will always say and think and feel what they want, but that would not change the truth with Victor Roberts.
So what you are saying, Victor, is that the same Victor we have now is the same Victor we had previously, before anything had happened lately. It's the same person.
And it's the same Victor you will have going forward.
Okay. So do you believe, Victor, that based on what you are doing now, you'll be victimized?
Well, that's part of the politics, you know. I stood up with Ruston Parry for an internal election. And an internal election is a constitutional election. And to the end of the day, all of us who supported the Ruston Parry team, which is our legitimate constitutional right to do, we are kicked off of every UNC group. We were kicked out of everything with the UNC. And that doesn't change my position. You see, politics is a thing that you have to be able to stand for what is right and know that there is some kind of consequence will come for standing for what is right. We have seen it in the PNM. We have seen it in the past with Basil Pandey and Ramesh Lawrence Maraj and Trevor Sudama. Once you stand for what is right, there is a penalty that you will have to pay. You have to make up your mind to pay the price for what is right. And my mind, the main idea, I was shot in 2016 on a motorcade, and that didn't deter me from standing up and fighting on behalf of the people of this country. I don't think any amount of victimization would change my position.
So, Victor,
but to answer your question, yes. Yes is the answer to your question.
So, do you still support Mrs. Kamla Prasad-Bissessar?
Let me put it this way again. There is things that I will support with Kamla Prasad-Bissessar, and there is things that I would not support.
Victor, somehow, Victor, to be honest with you, when people come into this program, they just tiptoe a lot. When people come into this program, sometimes they just put on their ballerina socks, the ballerina tutu, and they'll be tiptoeing around certain questions, you know. But that's a straightforward question: is either you support you or you don't support you.
But I give you a straightforward answer. There is things that I would support and there is things that I would not support. That's a straightforward answer. So let me just say this. So if it, in my opinion, I am seeing that the things that the UNC is doing is in the right direction, I will have to support it. And if in my opinion I'm seeing things that is not in the public interest, I would not support it. I think that's clear cut.
Okay. So listen to this, right? This came from the chat. It says, Victor Roberts, you said you're a member of the UNC, but what you are doing is causing more harm than good. Do you agree with that?
That's utter nonsense, my brother, and I'll tell you why that is nonsense.
Okay.
The reason that Trinidad and Tobago is in a political crisis with both parties is because people do not stand up for what is right. There is people in the PNM that whatever wrong the PNM do, they will support it and stay quiet. There is people in the UNC, whatever wrong the UNC do, they will support it and stay quiet. Sad, Victor Roberts is not that type of individual.
So Victor, what we are getting here, we just getting here from people in the chat. Let me see what this person says here. What is this one here? Another person says, Victor, when haven't the UNC not called internal elections?
Last internal election, it was we forced the executive to call that election. And some of these people just being naive, you know, because they're very well aware of what happened when Kamla Prasad-Bissessar went against Basil Pandey. Half of the same people who now jumping and talking because we take a stand, and they themselves were bad talking Kamla Prasad-Bissessar. They themselves were saying Kamla mashing up the party and Kamla this and Kamla that. But at the end of the day, what happened? It turned out that Kamla had done a wonderful job at the time. So you will get people saying all kind of things as we're moving forward, which doesn't really move my conviction for standing for what is right.
But Victor, let me ask you a question. Being that you supported the Ruston Parry faction, do you think it was a misjudgment by Ruston Parry to go after the political leader when there was no opening for the political leader of the UNC?
Well, that is incorrect because Ruston Parry did not go after the political leadership of the party. Ruston Parry contested a deputy political leader position which was available.
Okay. Yeah, but at the beginning, he was talking about the leadership of the UNC as far as Mr. Kamala Prasad Mr. is concerned. And then
well, I would like to see that. I would like to see that clip. Because I sat at the head table when Rushton Henry Arong and myself at the head table when this whole discourse started, and nowhere along the line nothing was said about targeting the leadership of the party. So I would like to see whoever had that clip make it available.
All right. So, but listen to this one. Another question someone asked. Question to him: if he is standing for good governance, how come he's complaining about internal, but the country going to dust, but not hearing from him?
That question makes absolutely no sense to my hearing.
Okay. Well, the person is saying that all the bad happening under this PNM government, and we're not hearing from you because you are supposed to be the opposition, and you are supposed to be pulling up, keeping the PNM on the P's and Q's for the betterment of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
I think I've been doing that for years, but you see the problem with some of these people in this Trinidad and Tobago is that they love when you pull up the PNM, but they hate you when you pull up the UNC. So they will continue to have a problem with my position because I intend to pull up everybody. And if I'm a member of the UNC, then I have to ensure that the UNC doing the right thing and not just criticize the PNM. That's my position.
But Victor, at the end of the day, isn't the goal for the UNC to be the next government of Trinidad and Tobago?
My goal is to have a group of people, a group of persons who is filled with integrity, who is transparent to form the next government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Your goal is not for the UNC to be the next government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Let me reiterate what I just said.
Okay.
My goal is to have a group of people. So let me make it more clear. My goal is to have a group of individuals within the UNC with integrity, transparent to form the next government of Trinidad and Tobago.
And if that is the PNM, that is the PNM.
If what?
If that is the PNM, then so be it. It's the PNM. Based on what you said.
No. I am saying my goal is to have a group of individuals in the UNC with integrity who is transparent to form the next government of Trinidad and Tobago. That have nothing to do with the PNM.
Okay. All right. One other question here, Victor. Victor,
go ahead.
Victor, these people come with all kind of questions for you, boy. Let me see this other one here. Hold on. Where's this one here? Lower Hair Salon Spa said, is the United Patriots still existing?
Say that again, I get it clear.
Is the United Patriots still in existence? I guess that was the team that went up again.
So let me help that person to understand something. The United Patriots was a group of UNC individuals who made themselves available to contest an internal election. To the end of the day, the election has since been concluded, and as far as I sit and as far as I know, all of us, we are UNC, including the members who went up on the slate, which were called the United Patriots.
Okay, so here is the next person says, can you ask them if the elections was held today with Kamala win?
If the elections was held today with?
Will Kamala win? Will Mrs. Kamala?
That is I cannot answer that question. The people of the country will decide that. The voters will decide that when the day call, because I remember I was very much excited and we were very much enthusiastic in 2020, and we were confident that we were going to win the election, but the voters decide otherwise. So I cannot preempt who would be victorious Politics is something you just have to wait and see, because people will cry and say they support you today, only to realize that they vote against you tomorrow.
Victor, where did it go wrong between you and the UNC? Where did it go wrong? Because I know, Victor, you were a man out there. You were in the vineyard fighting for the UNC, doing all these things. People were upset with you when there was the coffin dragging across Trinidad and Tobago. Where did it go wrong with you and the UNC? Something happened. Where did it go wrong? Is it that when you decide
to
go ahead?
Again, it's not a matter where something go wrong. It's a matter of trying to fix some of the things that is wrong with the party. That is the whole issue, you know. The whole issue about even contesting the internal election is to try to make amendment to things that is not going well.
Yeah, but Victor, after your slate, or not your slate, after the slate that you supported were defeated in that internal election, don't you think it would be a good thing for everybody now to come on board to try to form the next government, rather than to put things out in the public space that can make the UNC look bad?
So, brother, this is not about making the UNC look good or making the UNC look bad. This is about integrity. This is about getting candidates that will make a difference in this country. This is not about putting the same old team of people with 1 million allegation hanging over the head, just as some of the PNM people. The country is fed up with that, and that is why the voter turnout it is what it is today, because people are fed up with politicians who are dishonest, politicians who are corrupt. People who want to see good governance, and we have the ideal opportunity. We have the ideal, UNC have the ideal opportunity now to select a group of candidates that will attract the marginal seats in this country. And without putting that team of candidates out there to attract the marginal seats, we are just wasting time. That is the reality, whether people want to face it or not. That is the reality. That is what needs to be fixed. That is where the problem lies.
But Victor, isn't it better to try to fix something from inside rather than fix it out in the public?
But let me help you with this.
Okay.
And there is things that I don't want to get into it inside. But I will share this with you. I will share this with you today. I went to my leader, and I told my leader, coming out of the ground, that is about the second to last meeting we had in Rampasat building. I had a one-on-one with the leader, and I said to the leader, we would win the next election. But the ground is saying we have to make some changes. The folks with these allegations, we need to put them on the back burner, and we need to put a slate of candidates to the forefront that the people would be attracted to vote for. The answer to that question I will not tell you today. The answer that I got, I will not tell you today.
So on a but Victor, let me ask you this question, right? Don't you think if you had continued on the vein you were going with working within the UNC and doing things, that there's a great possibility that you would have been a candidate for one of these constituencies?
But I had the opportunity to file nomination for the constituency of Labre, and I refused. So this is not about being a candidate or not being a candidate. I have decided I will not file any nomination based on the current circumstances and based on things that I am not satisfied with within the party. So that's my choice. It's not a matter of getting a seat. That is my choice. I choose not to file nomination.
So here is another question. Ask Victor, will the citizens in a distraction or destruction from him and the Paris slate coming closer to general election?
You could reply on my behalf and say that is a nonsensical question.
Okay. All right. So Victor, you know we just always keep it real here. And You know, we always appreciate anything you want to say to the people, Victor, because it seemed, Victor, that what really upset the people is when you went on the on 91.9 on the PNM program. It really upset them that them people was talking all kind of thing about Victor Roberts. And Victor Roberts go right into the belly of the beast at the PNM.
So, but I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. As I said before, radio station, TV station, what have you, not important to me who is the owner, because a matter of fact, if you really want to get serious about this, check and see who own all the television houses and who own the mainstream media in this country. And if you check that, you will see to the end of the day who those persons belong to. So this, I don't take on that kind of talk with PNM station, and because if you really want to look at it, 99.9% of all the station belongs to the PNM, if you want to put it that way, or the PNM supporters or financiers or whatever. So people look for any, let me tell you something, the problem people have with me is I am a straight out speaker. I don't put water in my mouth to talk, and I am not an individual that covers anything. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Some people will love that, some people wouldn't. The people who love the truth will love it. The people who want to hide, pelt a stone and put their hand behind the back, they will hate it. But I have to do what I have to do as it relates to getting good governance in this country. I have to do what I have to do to ensure a slate of good candidates is presented to the population. And that is basically my mission. So who thinks that it is about a seat, or who thinks it is about don't liking this one or that one, that is far from the issue, my brother. Victor Roberts will stand for what is right, no matter what it costs.
Last question. Somebody says, ask him how come he did not file nomination papers, but others did. I don't know. I'm just asking question. Yeah? People just asking, how come?
And I just said it. I told you that I had a discussion, and based on what I am seeing, I have decided not to file nomination. Okay. I have decided that, which is my right to do.
Okay. All right. And lastly, so if Mr. Roberts don't agree with the UNC candidates presently, will he still support the UNC in the next election?
But I am a member of the UNC. I am a supporter of the UNC. I made it quite clear there is things that I would not support. I think the time has come that our party must put candidates out there who is free of corruption allegations. We must put candidates out there that would attract the marginal seat, because that is where the election would be won. The election wouldn't be won by what Tom say or Dick say or Harry say, you know. The election would be won when people are satisfied with the caliber of candidates that is presented to the population. People, let me tell you something. You will hear all kind of talk for election, all kind of bad talk. This one saying that, this one saying that. People will bad talk the UNC down to the bottom. People will bad talk the PNM down to the bottom. It all boils down to the people, to the individuals who will capture. It all boils down to the individuals who are presented to the population, that the population believe that we will have some trust and confidence in, and they will be willing to take a chance to vote those persons into office. That is simple as it is. It's not what Victor Roberts say going to win an election or lose an election. It's not even what you Uncle Tommy say will win an election or lose an election. It is the people that is being presented must be able to convince the voting population that they are the right caliber of persons for the job.
So, Victor, are we going to see you back on Douglas Politics again with your program?
Well, I always doing something, you know, the studio closed down and I remain on my Facebook page. If you go on Victor Roberts, if you follow me on my Facebook page, you will see that I continue to do what I have to do. But the studio closed down. Last week, I spoke to the owner. He said renovation is almost complete. and we may be starting back soon. So I await.
Victor, you know, it's always a pleasure. You know, we don't bring you in here. We bring you in here whether it's pro or con. you know when.
You know what I like about you. You know what I like about your program. I like how the hard questions has come. Although everybody may not satisfy with the answer, but I like the hard questions.
And Victor, you know what it is though? That is what we just do, you know. We not yet come to throw softball at people and you know and try to massage the ego and things like that. But you know, PNM people like to come here, you know. You know that? PNM people don't come here. They're afraid to come, boy. You know? We had one or two of them come, but it doesn't come at all, boy, Victor. So Victor, any closing words for the people before you go, my brother?
I just want to ask the supporters of the UNC to demand that a caliber of candidates be presented to the population so that we could form the next government. I want to ask the members of the UNC to demand that. Put aside partner, friend, and pride, and let us find a group of persons free from all this level of allegations that we would be able to form the government. That is my prayer.
Victor, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks for picking up the phone.
Thank you, my brother, for entertaining me.
All right, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Have a blessed one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tommy, them people say you're silent, Tommy.
Yeah, I just taking it easy.
Yeah. People say, why is Tommy so silent? They want to know. Put in your nomination papers. When you say we will speak. All right, I'm trying to make a call there. Picking up. All right. So Tommy, there you have it.
Yeah.
KFC. Leave Victor Robert alone. Leave him man alone.
Yeah, Mr. Washit.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna big political trap there, like. Only time he come out and talking to bring, he coming to bring down the UNC like he got piece of money, man. I bury them politically with hands up in the air, boy. You put on a PNM station, now you win an election. In election move, you trying to win an election from this evil, wicked government. You gain the PNM all its armors and things. Them is PNM, boy, them getting money to bring down the UNC. Victor about fire burn you evil, wicked, boy. I'm not cussing the radio station, I want you to hell up.
No cost. Intellectual welcome.
Well, good afternoon again.
Yeah.
Lovely interview, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you see what I've been saying all along? People ought to be independent thinkers. People ought to know to think for themselves. Whether we accept or not, they have an issue, they deal with it. They see they could be right or wrong. They have to deal with it. But when you hear it come down to people supporting evil, that can happen, right? If in his mind he sees something wrong and he decided to stand up against it, kudos for him. You understand? And I don't think people should be pressing Mr. Roberts for why he not doing certain things, you know. Because at present, the UNC irrelevant in the country at this present time, you know, in the sense of governance. You know?
Yeah.
Even though they have some issues, at least they're independent enough to win their issues. You ever hear the PNM venting theirs?
No, we don't end it. Well, lately though, it come a little different lately. Lately, we've been hearing a lot about PNM difficulty in the public.
I think that's a so happen kind of thing that end up spilling outside. PNM do not air their issues on the outside. But the thing is, in a democracy, people have the right to speak.
Right.
And I don't think anybody could hold anybody a ransom for not speaking or for speaking. It's his choice to come out now. If he is in a Democratic Party and they have the areas for venting and stuff like that. It's all well and good. And I don't see no reason why people shouldn't know what is going on in the UNC so that they could make a proper decision. If you understand what I'm saying.
No, I understand.
Likewise, they should know what is going on in the PNM so that they can make proper decisions too. And any other political party. These are the things that we had to kind of step back and take a serious look at. So that when you're into these kind of situations, where you can analyze and understand what people are saying, and you could draw inferences from it, you can make proper decisions, then you're on the ball. If not,
but you
we're
know,
in a quandary still.
But you know, Mr. Intellectual, what I find there, I find that you shouldn't allow people to use you to benefit their agenda. Why do I say that?
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah,
I'm in agreement with that.
I think by go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think by them people and them calling them, and you know them as PNM people, he shouldn't give them food. He shouldn't throw gas in the fire. Because that's what them want him to do. Them ain't ready there for him to get no kind of thing about the PNM or anything. You know. Them want him to come about against the UNC. Them want to only talk against the UNC. That's their agenda.
I understand what you're saying, but I personally didn't hear the interview, but if I did, I might have been able to comment on it. But if he didn't rebut the situation in the sense that the first question I would have asked them is why did you decide to call me now?
Yeah, right.
Interview.
That's what I would have said. Listen, you it's been months, years. You ain't called me. All of us here here issue that you could use to benefit your party. You want an interview for me. Well, you know what? I would have do the interview, but I would have gave answers that you don't want to hear. You know what I mean?
Well, some people are different, right? Some people are different. They might just want to air their side of the story or whatever, and have a clear conscience in what they are about. But again, if I know that it's somebody who is opposed to my ideology, one of the first questions for me would have been publicly, why are you wanting to have an interview with me at this present time?
Correct.
And you would rather come up with the answer. Right. Why is it that you haven't called me before when everything was okay in the UNC or wherever we didn't have an issue? Why you didn't call me to ask me about what is our views on the critical issues that are going on in the country?
Right.
Why no?
Yep.
You know?
Right. Let me take this next call.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, man. Bless. All right, that one going. You know, Tommy, what I'm saying is that we have to become a little more astute in that. Let me take this call. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Yeah, good evening. I give Mr. Answer, Mr. Tommy. Mr. Answer, one thing I realize about politicians in Trinidad and Tobago, they like to use the word accountability, transparency, and integrity. They always like to use that. The question you're supposed to ask him, if he don't appreciate what's going on in the UNC and feel that UNC don't have what it takes to be correct candidates to go up for the next general election, and a lot of them have case pending under them. Why him and all who do agree in the party go and form a new party? You know why? Because all of them know the political landscape of Trinidad and Tobago. If you're not with PNM or if you're not with UNC, and you have a third party, be not politically mature for a third party, he will stay in UNC and think he will change UNC. Because he as an individual, you hear what he say, the people voted and they didn't vote for him and Russian Party and him. Like the people, and they just say, the politicians say, the people's voice is the voice of God. They vote you out. They don't want you to vote back in Kamala. starting, right? But yet still you come in here now and talk and still when people don't speak. So who we really for? If the people speak and then vote on his side, we worship Harry. Well, if he don't, if he want he talking like he's a political leader, he want to change the candidates and all that. He's an older man. Use the lowest and the low. And you just gain traction because people from the PNM activist radio station and you will go in them radio station and talk. Leave the UNC. You and all who inside the UNC who don't like what the UNC doing now and who not prepared and form your own party. That's the question I'm supposed to ask him. Because he only talking because you know why? He talking because he thinking that he has rights to come into a party with no political traction. Never serve as an MP. But if he's speaking like he had the most integrity and intelligence, and if he becomes an MP and he able to get that money, you think power won't corrupt him too? But he's speaking like he's a political virgin. Nothing wrong with him. You see, that's the thing. Go and form your own party if you feel, but you move without the UNC, you have no political career. Look on listen, I tired of this politician and politics talk to them stupid people, right?
All right.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, Mova Defender, welcome. Hey. Yeah.
With all due respect, you never tell about spin you, disrespect me, talk strippiness, and you allow him softly. Hear why? You talking about you want good governance. When you talk about the opposition, Victor Roberts' problem came up with the UNC, Wall Street, is when he did not get what he wanted. You know, he not telling nobody that. So Victor Roberts can't come here and pull the whole of our faces. Because at the end of the day, okay, yes, your situation when you talk about the UNC, valid, nobody's denying it. But the country is going down to hell. And Victor Roberts is quiet. But we should be going further. And I'm taking a note off of Mr. Florida. He's saying these people in the UNC have charges as allegations over the head, right? But you, what should they went to the electorate yesterday? If it's insinuated David Lee and Munilal, they went to the electorate and the electorate choose them over a street. So what you are trying to say about Mr. Victor Roberts, forget what the people say, listen to what I say. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I find it really easy, boy. Because like any question you find too hard, people will ask up a question.
Nah, you see, because listener, when you ask a person a question and they answer the same way twice, you know the person don't want to answer the question.
No, he didn't want to answer because he know deep down in his heart, he know what he's doing. Is what she ever that PNM is fighting tooth and nail right now. Tooth and nail.
Yeah.
But the only thing difference, PNM will not do another that.
Yeah.
Especially coming down to our election.
You fight behind closed doors.
Veterans do not want to. Veterans don't mind PNM losing, PNM winning, sorry. For Kamata must have a boots. For they to come back and rule over the ashes. Think about what I say to the worship. That is why I gave him Mr. Roberts. He wants power. I know he cannot get power under the current administration. So he wants to mash it up, stay in a position, and rule over the ashes. And that is very sad. Because worship, as I say, I'm really upset. As I said, what he is bringing forward must he have merit, could be truthful. But worship, nothing could suffice for the problems we're going through nationally. As a people, it's sad
They blame Victor Roberts a crime. That same pastor. You see, because of Victor Roberts dragging his coffin. That's why the crime is so high in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
You see, he brings up the country.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden now, the pastor is his best friend.
But
it's sad, but I tell you, once you read countries in a real difficult place because of people and their wicked ways because of wanting power. A PNM can never be a PNM can never be a patriot, and a US can never be a patriot in my humble opinion. And I'm real upset to see Mr. Welcome on the program.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy the watch.
Yeah, man. Tommy, Patty, she want to hear you.
Patty?
Yeah, she says she want to hear you. So, Tommy, you say what you have to say.
Well, Victor has always been very controversial. I had a question about it. I never really checked for him too much.
Caller, hold on, caller. Where's Tommy? Tommy, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying I never really checked too much because I thought some of his shenanigans were a little bit far left. But he would be himself. He can't be nobody else. So yeah, I don't know what you're working with.
Let me take this call. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me start by giving some commendation for some contributions that I've heard. All right. Well done. Aisha, I don't know if you're hearing that. That is a round of applause. Well done. Because unfortunately, there are those who believe you could only vote for PNM or vote for UNC. And I'm glad that you were able to show and indicate that you could vote for you. You could vote for you because if you vote for PNM, it's not necessarily that you're voting for you. If you vote for UNC, it's not necessarily that you're voting for you because how many thousands of votes go down the drain and end up in the sea? How many? All right, so Aisha, well done, well done. And I ought to give you a next one too, no? I ought to give you a next one because listen, Miss Atlanta, Mr. Maloney, I don't know if they had others who tried to get that man, I exaggerate, for 300 years to come out and say whether he supports the UNC or not. And Aisha, you big in the dance, girl. You were able to get that man to come out and say that today. Well, boy, let me give you a next one. Eh? Let me give you a next one, girl. You will reach far. You will reach far. And I like the contribution of a man who talk about the third party thing because that was one of the topics that I wanted to deal with today. For a few of them, 6.5 of them, they keep talking about it's only two party. So you had to vote for one or the other. No, didn't we have the 1818? Didn't we have the 1818 there? Yeah, it was UNC. Yes, it was PNM. Well, what ended up happening? A third party ended up making the difference. So whether it is McKellar, whether it is NTA, whether it is Mr. Gary Griffith, whoever it is, they could end up getting one seat, and that one seat could make a whole lot of bloody difference. So that tuition that they're trying to push down our head, that listen, you have to vote for PNM or you have to vote for UNC, that can't make sense at all, Mr. Roberts. Well done, and I'm glad how you handle yourself. You didn't go anywhere. You were invited, you were called, and you gave it how you see it, how you understand it, how you believe it. But the few of them, the 6.5 of them, they want you to stay quiet. Don't let the truth come out. No, you will be given weapons to the thing. What about those who might be neutral? What about those who don't want to continue with their party and they're looking to go somewhere else? So you want to withhold that truth from them? Come now, man. You have to be bigger than that and talk to anybody. Look how long we've been asking. Invite Dominic Romain now. You say that you balance and your thing. Invite people like these. You say you're always PNM. Invite these people and let the callers, let the hearers, let the listeners, let the few who might be neutral, the few who might be, I not for none of them by listening because I will be voting. That will help them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Tommy, can I
Mhm.
answer your question? Because
Go ahead.
Pat should talk. Tommy,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the TPP in Tobago is in
Yeah.
a different space because there's the two Tobago seat,
Right.
right? In Trinidad, there is PNM and there's the UNC, right? If the other parties somehow align with a coalition with the UNC, right? Let's take this call. KFC, welcome.
Wall Street,
Yeah.
we are taking the PNM good enough. You feel any PNM people coming out wrong election time and dragging on the party so they're supporting by?
Nah.
But all the wrong going on in the PNM, what should you was there?
No,
We
they
know
ain't coming.
Mr. Robert come out from to bring down the party and talk. He sound like Pastor Goldie, because Pastor Goldie playing that one about David Leon and Mooney Lal and all kind of thing. No. You get a call tomorrow. You go, but you go be a Pastor Gold show tomorrow because they're listening. But I know them listening, so you go give him a call. If motivated to bring down the UNC and say a lot of mad talk. If I'm down Labrador down there, but bring down the project down the politically. Yeah, madman, man. Go interview that fella again. I don't know listen, man.
Tommy, you are independent, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's basically two political parties. In Trinidad, we're talking about, In
Right.
Tobago is PDP, TPP, and PNM.
Right. Three of them.
At one point in time, PDP had a chance, but I think PDP in the political cemetery. And they have to somehow form a coalition with the TPP. But in Trinidad, Tommy, it's either PNM or UNC. The other smaller parties have to form a coalition with the UNC because the PNM have stated that they're going alone. They're going alone, they go lose alone, and they go win alone. Right? And this time they go lose alone. So them other parties had to join up with the UNCs. That's simple. You think with that what that guy just said, they talk about other parties. Do you think he's accurate, or do you think what says you?
The other parties are insignificant in Trinidad at this particular point, because they can come as good as they want to come. They can't make a major difference. But what they would do is split votes or take votes away from one of the majors, the two majors. And that's how that is. So they're better in a coalesced position. They're more significant than independent.
Yeah, because to me, Tommy, when I hear Aisha talking about independent, I hear her. That is taking away votes, right? But Tommy, maybe it's okay for her to be independent. She go take away votes from the PNM.
All of that.
Right? So maybe that's not a bad idea. Aisha, I don't rethink that idea, Maybe it could be a good idea if he's independent, Because you could take what's the point 14, welcome.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Let me make something clear. One of the reasons why I don't listen to people and you go and they say they follow up the politician and them, and at the end of the day, they had to survive. But you see, they don't want to focus where the problem lies. What they fed up of that whenever the politician and them do something wrong, there is no penalty for it. Right. That is where the problem is. You see, when they started jail them, give them 55 to life, time in prison for corruption where the public money is concerned, then the message, but then the song was how they play different. Unless the discipline starts from on top, the bottom won't follow. It have indisciplined people to the top. So that's why the bottom following. Let me give you an next example to show how Labra and Point for the people. is oxymoron for the PNM. Some years ago, the proper billboard in library telling them that they're going to get a big, nice pavilion. That's over 5 years ago.
Yeah.
All we are seeing right now is the frame from the billboard. Now, I hear recently they did it again in Point Fortin. They built something called Point Fortin Complex. But the last time I checked, when I say something is a complex, that means it has to have more than one activity taking place there in terms of different sports. But all I'm seeing in the Point Fortin Complex is a football ground.
Right.
So they were supposed to put a track and field in the ground as well. Now I hear it have a next place where they bring down called James not James Park, the Coronation Park. They want to put a next overlay where they want to put track and field. They want supposed to do that in the Mahika Oval. So I hear the proper next billboard now to fool them to make them feel that they're going to put something in point again for them. All what they're doing is just fooling the supporters of the PNM.
PNM election gimmick. PNM election gimmick. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's all what they're doing. Pointing when I get, because when I go and get our money to build a next pavilion.
What became of the Palaseco velodrome that they proposed?
What was that? Hold on. You what?
Remember a new velodrome was proposed for Palaseco. What became of that?
That in ruins.
Is that proposal?
That in ruins. Well, shit, these people don't understand. They see the black people supporting the PNM. They don't understand how the Indian community does operate in terms of obtaining wealth. They just work together. Well, shit, watch out. The kind of information I get up here in Canada, why it is these Indian people from India progressing so much. Tears has come out my eye. And I ask you the question, where the black people in all of this?
Well,
where the black people in all of this?
Mr. Point 14, listen to this. One statistic. When the PNM under Prime Minister Rowley, you have over 300,000 black people living below the poverty line, and you still supporting our party as a black person, something wrong with you. Simple. Plain talk, bad man.
Something you need to check as I thought something is wrong. Because I too used to support the PNM, but I wasn't educated no back then. Because I used to be voting for blind politics, because I didn't understand that everything with politics is concerned does affect your daily livelihood when you're living in our country. And that is one of the reasons why I understand why America voted for Donald Trump. Because when I watching the news here right now, they're saying the Democrats right now, they realize they make a mistake because they wasn't campaigning and it's somebody people wanted was a here, which was the economy. You understand?
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, watch you. Locked on and
Later.
listening.
Yeah. Let me play these voice notes here. Before we go. You know, Tommy, Frederick Douglass stated that power concedes not without a demand. It never did and it never will. Black people in Trinidad and Tobago don't demand nothing from the PNM. They don't demand nothing. You know what I'm going to say? Oh, you only want handouts. Or you only want handouts from the PNM. That is what them they say. That is their philosophy, you know. Once they have a black person in power, a black prime minister, them good. Them good. That is it, you know. Patty and PNM, Fox and Gordon, Joseph and all of them. All them want is a black prime minister, you know. And them good. That is it. We don't want no handouts. PNM only give it to only 1%. Give it to Faris Al-Wavi family. Give it to Stuart Young family. Give it to Ron Sinanon family. Give it to Terence Yasing family. Don't worry now. We don't want that. Baba comment, I want to come back to party day. We only got a few more minutes. Let me play this voice note. Let me play this voice note here quickly. Okay. All right, this voice. Hold on, I want to play this voice note because it's been sitting there for a while. Renison, I had to take your call, man.
You know Wall Street.
Wait is.
And Uncle Tommy, you know, I listened to the interview with Victor Roberts there.
Yeah.
And you know, when we were, I mean, I can tell you, when when the call for dragging around the place, I went with Victor. I was there. We carried by the Alsing House. We carried by the president and them kind of thing. He would have made the walk from Point 14 straight up Other Speed. Victor Robert stand up for the UNC party, where plenty of the MPs and the councillors and them were lazy in the constituency. Plenty of them. These things are facts. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Now the thing about it is this. Now I could understand what Victor Roberts is saying. You know? There are some of the things I don't agree with. But you cannot marginalize the people in your party that is putting out so much effort. They may not have money. But when somebody putting out the time and you're marginalizing the opinions of certain people, they just get this outcome.
Hey, Renison,
because as far as I see,
Renison, hold it there for 1 minute. Stay right there. Stay right there. Let me just do this real quick. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Folks, we're going to do a quick station identification. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington U on WZYE 95.9 FM. Renison, go ahead.
Yeah, Wall Street. Now, I'm not a fanatic for no party, I'm matter of fact. And right now, I believe where we in this country, the PNM is doing a lot of hurt to the black people. The black people in Trinidad and Tobago no longer have a home.
None. In
the PNM party.
Correct.
No time.
Correct.
And I being a man from in the PNM, I still a member of the PNM. And plenty of the talks that what I'll be talking is what I sit down with Victor Roberts and talk. You see, the way how people, you see the UNC members must now watch the UNC party and be more accommodative to people like us. I want to say people like us, to the black people. They must accommodate us to a certain point that we have a voice that we could say certain things. Stop marginalizing any party. Anytime you marginalize the voices of the people within the party, it does get way again. I would have sit down and talk to Russian Parry. I talk to Danish Rambali. I talk to Kyle Taklalson. We had an interview with him on the Workers' Rights platform. And what they are saying is this. I understand that the only person I have another conversation with was Anita Haynes. And the other day, we were in doing some research with her. She felt wrong something within the parliament, which I find was distasteful. That was something I addressed on a program the other day. And with Victor Roberts stands, a matter of fact. If you're standing up for righteousness and truth, according to my brother Victor, anytime you catch these MPs and them talking should look like Ragbear. We see going around all over the place, and we have video to prove with the minister Marvin Gonzalez. No, I'm not saying you're not supposed to be with these fellas and them, but these are the problem right about now. Why the bill so high? You're telling people, boy, don't eat pie and them kind of thing, and all your salary raising. These men and them are attorneys. These men and them could make a living somewhere. Why go into the politics? Why? You're having people that don't care about the standard of living for simple people outside here. It's very hard. It's very hard outside here for the average man. People don't want to vote PNM. And if you're marginalizing the people and them that stand up and talking and saying, don't vote PNM, like my partner Victor Roberts, what you feel the PNM voters and them that you're convinced not to vote them go say? As I say, I'm not agreeing totally with what Victor Roberts is saying, but you cannot marginalize the voices of people that stand up in our community that is paying them for years.
But Redison, this is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is this. If your focus is the UNC, you cannot allow the PNM people to use you against your own party. You have to be a little more astute. You have to be a little more astute than that. And go on the program. But when they answer, any of them to answer your question, answer it the way you want to answer it. Because you know them looking for certain things from you. And that's why they call him. So like if they call me on the program and they want to if they want to me to bar talk the UNC. Here why bar talk in the UNC. You know, between 2010 2015, Kamala Prasad sister reduced the amount of black people living below the poverty line, but Prime Minister Rowley increased it from 17.3% to 26%. That interview go done quick, you know. That interview ain't gonna last too long. Because
well, I see that happen already. I see that happen.
Yeah, they ain't getting what they want. Because you know they call him for a certain purpose. They ain't call him to talk good things about the UNC. They call him to bad talk the UNC. And he had to be astute enough to know what the agenda is. Even if it's a call, even if it's a cold call, right? He had to know what the agenda is. Them fellas and them don't call me, you know. They don't call me to ask me nothing, you know. Right? They call me to ask me nothing. Because
look at your point 14. Wall Street now say bringing people like Dominic. I call Dominic and invite Dominic to our program, you know? And he refused. I called Julia Davy and invite Julia Davy to our program, and she refused.
Listen,
I also called Jennifer Frederick to our program, and she also refused. Let me show you something.
Go ahead.
The PNM people. The people that stand up and talking on the behalf, what we does be doing, what you does be doing, they don't want to be questioned.
Nah. No.
They don't want that kind of program with you, you know. They don't want a free-flowing program where people, they don't want critical thinkers.
Nah.
Watch that. Wall Street, that doesn't want to say it, you know. But they are cultivating ignorant PNM voters. That is what they are interested in. You can't go in a PNM meeting and stand up and talk, you know. Just so it. Don't encourage that.
Listen to this. I just say to them, if you think there's a code that says, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance.
No, but Victor, for a black fella, he on the right path. But he must refrain from certain things. I understand he drive. There are a lot of things that going on in the PNM that don't want to insult talk. Yes, there are people that are disrespectful and telling you, hey, I don't want to hear you. According to the altercation, I don't want to go into the details with the mayor and them kind of thing. Them thing, yes, it was disrespectful. But you can't, I don't believe in marginalizing people. You just get a different approach on them. Everybody have the point of view, and we must respect people's point of view.
Yeah, man.
Understand? And if they're wrong, give me a chance. Let me challenge it. That is what I did invited Julia Davy on the program for, and she tell me no, she not interested in them kind of thing. I said, what do you mean, Julia? She said, boy, I is a PNM. I said, what that means? So we can't converse then. Yes, she now is a PNM. And I said, then I respectfully decline. And these are the things that we getting from certain people.
Yeah, man.
But Victor, basically, you're on the correct path, but sometimes, you know, not all ball, you must catch it. You must drop a catch sometimes.
Thanks a lot.
That's why I believe.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Wall Street.
Yeah, man. All of them. So, folks, we are at the end, and I want to address Patty. Wall Street. It seems you're questioning that you support wrongdoing just to vote out the PNM. Patty, if Patty, 26% of black people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley, the highest in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, right? That's why I want to vote out this PNM government. 65% of the people that died last year was black people. That's why I want to vote out this government. Most of the kids going under 50% in the SCA is black. That's why I want to vote out the government. They had scholarships given out. 80% of those scholarships went to Indian students. That's why I want to vote out this government. I don't want to vote out this government. You talking about I upset because I didn't get a building up in Chumakak. That building wasn't for me. I wasn't going to live in that building. That building was for the people of Chumakak, Lavantel. And the Lavantel to Wall Street Scholarship Foundation wasn't for me. It was for the people of Lavantel Mova and Environs Party. Them thing wasn't for me. I good. I very good party. I good. But it's for me. That's why I upset the PNM. Yes. When are they going to put economic development, economic empowerment, and economic inclusion for black people and black businesses in Trinidad and Tobago? Let's take this call before we go. Go ahead, KFC. You're wrapping up. KFC, go ahead. Yeah, man.
Mr. Washington, that bill wasn't free. That bill was for the train in East West Corridor.
Correct.
For them to do something, to do something good. But Victor Roberts, I have a problem with it because for the 9 years, we didn't get so much an interview and MP and M station, and why is now re-election time? You have to know what you're saying when they're supporting our party.
Yeah.
Like, you know, after war, but the music after war, you know.
Yeah, the after war. Yeah. He get caught up.
So, Mr. Shoot, I love to listening.
Yeah, man.
Until tomorrow, we get to all the viewers and thing, man.
Bless.
Victor Robert, fire born you, man. I got.
Yeah, man. All right, folks. My closing quote. Tom, you can go first. Folks, send your closing comments. Put your closing comments in the chat or send your voice.
My first comment is from Jimmy Curtis, and it goes this way. We are all born worthy of love, worthy of success. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you must become that change you want to see. However, when you look in that mirror, you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you give them a hand up. Love you all. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll see each other, God willing, tomorrow from 6 U.S. time to 7 TT time to 10. Good evening.
You know, Tommy, you know what has upset me, boy? I can't understand when people like Patty and them don't call out their party for having black people living in the sub-basement, under the PNM, under the sub-basement, Compare your life, the 70 to 80% of black people that voted for the PNM in the last election, compare what happened between 2010 and 2015 and between 2015 and 2024, and tell me that you have a better life under this current Prime Minister Rowley government. Tell me that. Tell me that. And I want you to do one thing. Patty, I'll give you some homework. Patty, I want you to find one socioeconomic statistic in the last 9 years. One. I was only trying because I know it's difficult for you to get more than one. One party where black people in Trinidad and Tobago is at the top of the ladder in any socioeconomic statistic. One. Only one. That's all I want from you, party. Do a little homework. Right? Do a little homework. Right? My closing quote. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. From where I said, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. All right? Let me see. Closing comments. Here we go.
Hey, good evening again, Mr. Hanson, Mr. Tommy. Blessings to you guys, blessings to your family, blessings to all the callers, all the chatters, everybody on the live, blessings to your family, you guys be safe. Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy, we're not questioning what Victor Roberts and his family do for the UNC. We're sure of that. But if you're in an institution that you think is not viable to win the next general election, in your opinion, you see the need reshuffling or whatever. And if it's not happening, leave and go and join a next party or just be a a political activist and speak about it. You just don't stay if you feel it not working out. And if it's not working out, why it is coming in the public domain and speaking about it when you're supposed to be fighting internal battles? A CEO of a company and the board of directors, they don't go in public and say anything. They speak about it internally. You had an election with Parry and you gone against Kamala team and you guys lose. Hang up your boots and try and work things out. Get more political mileage and then you'll see what's going on after the next 5 years. Easy. We'll have a good evening.
This is party answer. Where were you in 2016? That is the answer to the question. The answer to the question, one statistic, under Prime Minister Rowley, where black people is at the top of the socio-economic ladder is that, where were you in 2016, 2017, and you ain't ready Wall Street? That is party answer. Excellent, excellent answer, party. That is your answer. You can't find one. That's why. You can't come up with an answer. Maybe Gordon Joseph might have an answer. Let's see. Gordon Joseph might have an answer. Let me see. Let me see if you have an answer. Nah, he never answer either. He's still typing. Like he's still sending a message. He's sending a message since about 3 o'clock. Closing comment, Mr. Intellectual says, the best gift is life. Use it wisely. Okay? Tommy Mohammed says, later everybody. I'm still waiting for Patty. Tommy Mohammed closing comment. Trinidad and Tobago have to unite and change the political narrative to what we want. I agree with that. When the UNC was doing good for blacks, you voted PNM. And the only time we hear from you is when you get blank from getting a building. That is Gordon Joseph closing comment. Yeah? Mr. Atlanta closing comment is, closing quote, we must arm ourselves with knowledge and truth because we do battle with ignorance, deception, and lie. Thank you very much, Mr. Atlanta. Okay, here we go.
My closing comments. Today was a very significant day. A lot of truths were unearthed. Yeah, and I think a whole lot of people now would be looking at a whole lot of things different. I didn't say all, I say a whole lot because it have what you call, you could fool some of the people all the time. All the time. All right? Yeah, so we listen well and we could go somewhere. We could go somewhere. Because the we and them, as long as you see that get less and less and less, country will get more and more and more. We'll be bigger. We'll be stronger. Yeah. Because you have to be hearing somebody saying, don't go there, because there is them. Don't go over there, because over there is them. All of us in this bloody little dot. This little dot, less than 1.5 million people. And you want to have this kind of dote-ishness kind of attitude. We had to try and fix we. But you feel that the 6.5 hours could fix this whole thing. PNM can't fix this. They cannot fix this. Nor could the UNC fix this. No MTA or whoever. You understand? And the same thing. This one, fish does rotten from the head. I don't think I hear it for today. But I go say, fish does rotten from the head. And a liar don't have a good enough memory to be successful. It's my own. All right? They pull in Leon, they pull in Aisha, they pull in all of them. They want to hear them. They want to hear them talk. PNM, ting. They ain't say, hey, don't talk no, because they will make your party look good. No, they didn't do that.
But when Robert talk, hear what they coming with. But look, when all you're pelting them things, I'm begging all you, please don't use all your right hand. People, we could fix this thing. Let me pray first. And ask God to tell us how to do what, when, where, and who to deal with. So that this thing could change for the better, for we children, for we grandchildren, because some of us, we gone through now with dotish mentality, you know. Yeah, but we could fix this. Come on, man.
So, folks, Volsang closing comment, KPB interview before the year, nothing less. Here we go get that accomplished. So, folks, we are out of here. We see you tomorrow. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Later.
All man strive to be happy. Relentless search for luxury. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, we are drive to live. Everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring fight to be like a king. Children become delinquents for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him You get in, do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation is on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously.